Well, people. The girls are back. The girls are back.
Yeah.
Okay. So the internet is acting ignorant. So y'all see, right? Y'all see me? Hey, how you doing? Now you don't. I'm gonna stay off camera as to make this go as smooth as possible. Thank y'all for joining us. Ooh, ladies first panel. Jami, Necey, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
You said what's up in your Ray J voice.
Y'all know I ain't did Ray J in a minute. I can't. He's
What's up?
I can't deal with him no more. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Like, I don't even like seeing him no more because there's always some crazy shit. Like, he crashing out. I feel like something has to come to, a head with Ray J. But that's a conversation for another time. How y'all doing tonight?
It's doing good. It's doing good.
Yeah, very good.
That's
Very good. I got my clack clack.
Oh, you got your wing?
The clink, 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 clink.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cheers to the girls' weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, y'all. Got a cute little show for y'all tonight. We run through a couple of things, top of the blogs topics, and at the end, we're gonna get into the TV shows, right? We gotta talk about what the fuck is wrong with Rashida and Yandy on Love and Hip Atlanta. We gotta talk about what the fuck is wrong with Sweet Tea on Married to Medicine. We have to talk about what the fuck is wrong with Portia on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we also got to talk about what the fuck wrong with Funky Feet Peter. Okay, because let me tell you something. Funky Feet Pete, Funky Feet, you know why? Because y'all know how some men look like at some point they smell like a foot, whether it's early in the morning or late at night. But
We
they
talking about like RHOA, Peter?
yeah.
Damn.
He was online talking shit. So
you talking about the Portia thing?
I thought he was like some.
He not yet. I think he has to turn himself in at some point, but he's had so many charges when it comes to not paying people. It be so when people who don't have their own shit together at 60 years old feel like they should tell somebody else. Okay, so we gonna discuss Funky Feet Pete and his opinions on Portia and family and all of that. Child, I love me an old dirty dick ass nigga want to talk about family and all. Nigga, where are your kids? Okay,
Sound like Dr. Umar.
Oh, girl.
Umar.
I should have put him on the docket. I should have put him
Did y'all see his sound was trending on TikTok this week?
No.
Which one?
It was like he was like on live. He said, "You said you want to eat up the prince." Like he said, what did he say? He said something like, "You said you want to eat up the prince. Something business before something before da da da." And it was like it was funny as fuck because he said everything but no. Like one of the girls was in a live basically saying, "Y'all want to eat you up," and instead of him being like, "Queen, don't do that," he was just like, "You said you want to eat me up." It was funny as fuck.
Girl, listen.
I gotta find the TikTok.
Listen, he is a special piece of shit. Y'all know that I can't stand him, but I really can't stand him because of how many people uplift him as if he's smart.
Child.
And
I think they think he's a comedian.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They think he they leader.
They think he is pro-black. They think he is smart. Because I remember during the election going back and forth with people about some shit he said, and they were like, he just thinks that we're gonna be worse. We're gonna be bad no matter what, no matter who we vote for. It's gonna be a shit show. All of those people, I hate y'all. Not for real, but for real. Like there was so many people that said shit like that, and in the moment, I could feel myself being like, "You fucking idiot." But you can't tell people nothing. They think they know so much better. And now here we are, people getting fired and laid off everywhere you turn. How you gonna make the economy better when you firing everybody?
But then hiring them
in the job market.
Having to hire them back because a Supreme Court judge somewhere said, I child, he was fun on Druski show though. Was he? The fact that he was on Druski's show just lets y'all know that he shouldn't be taken seriously.
Child.
And we're going to talk about Druski this evening because I think whenever somebody play too much, you leave a lot open for interpretation. Druski is one of those people that you never know when he's serious or playing. So when somebody come out and say you did something to them, I'm not going to say, "Oh, no, not Druski." Oh, no, baby. I'm not going to say that. Cause you out here acting like child. There was a scene when Druski was talking to Umar, and he's bringing in all of the contestants on his show that he's dating. And every time he bring in a white woman, we got to have a conversation about, oh no, only the black queens. Well, then he brings in a little person, a black little person, and sits her on his lap and starts to bounce her up and down as he's talking to Dr. Umar. And I was just like, why are you bouncing her like she's a child? To me, whenever men want to have sex with little people, I feel like for some of y'all, it's like a circus kink type of thing. But for most of y'all are envisioning yourselves having sex with children.
Thank you. I would love to talk to a little person about that because I watched the first episode of that Druski show. And when she first, did you watch the first episode, Bondy?
I did.
Okay. You saw how it ain't nothing to see. It's low key. It's worse than what's that show with Chance?
Oh,
One More Chance.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's along them lines. But anyway, when she met him, she was like, "Let me sit and pick me up." Pick me up was the first thing she said. So that threw me off because I'm like, as a little person, do you ever feel like you gotta really feel out if you some weird kink? Because then it's a fine line, like Bondy said, between what if a guy likes you just because you're the alternative to a child? I don't know. I guess that's what a little person would tell me.
I saw a clip today of a little person talking about how, I don't think people are gay just because a man is not gay just because he wants to have sex with me. I'm a little person, and it's just something to like check off a list.
Why would he be gay though?
Because it's a man fucking with a small person that's a man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the lady from that show.
No. It was like a small person man, and he because it was a viral clip that I saw that I did not save, but he was basically saying that he doesn't feel like a man is gay because he's coming to have sex with a little person because he's just fetishizing a little person. I'm like, you're really dehumanizing yourself as a little person,
right?
When you say shit like that. At the end of the day, you're still male, and if they want to have sex with you, they're gay or a variant of it, or lying to themselves about it. Just like that group of DL women in Atlanta that nobody likes to talk about. Hello, Rashida. I'm gonna leave it alone.
What? It's a group. What?
Maybe Rashida was talking big
Not
stuff.
a secret society.
Like
in 2025.
If you in Atlanta and you know what I'm talking about, I need y'all to comment. Because let me tell y'all, I feel like I don't have no real evidence of this. But when you think about Rashida, Candy, Drew, Ty, Goshay, the hairstylist, you know what I'm saying? Like when you think about the shit that happened between Portia and Candy when they were at the club and they was kissing and making out before the accusations came out, there is a group of bisexual and or down low women in Atlanta that are in a clique. And it's very much y'all kind of like DL. Y'all don't want nobody to know. Candy's okay with people knowing she's bisexual, but you still don't want nobody to know who you fucking with, how it happens, and all of that type of shit, which that's none of our business. I don't need to know. But I'm just saying, when it comes to Rashida,
somebody said the strap girls. Is that a thing?
Strap girls.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. But girls with a Z. Why that sound like a girl group?
Listen, I don't know.
Ruin my family.
I can't wait to get in that shit. I cannot wait.
That is
to get into that. Shit. Since we talking about it, let me say,
have you ever?
We might as well look at this clip since we talking about Druski and them.
Okay.
Slept with a woman outside of the race.
Never.
You can say that with a straight face.
In the presence of my ancestors, never. Now, let me clarify. It's not because I'm against the Arab or the Jew or the Anglo-Saxon or the Latino or the East Indian or the Chinese or the Mexican. It's not about hate. It's about loyalty to the black woman.
I don't believe you've never stuck your in some white pink.
The Most High Almighty God.
There's some good white pink out here, man. I'm trying to convince you on it.
But
You ain't had it
You
yet.
dealing
But
with
listen,
the carnal.
you
Dealing
might.
with
You
the
may.
carnal. I need you to deal with the consciousness, Druski. Stay with me, because every time you lay with a woman, you exchange spiritual energy, not just physical fluids, bro.
So you don't use condoms.
Yes, but when you get, even if you use the condom, there's still a such thing as spiritually transmitted diseases. Spiritually transmitted diseases.
The zoom in is killing me.
You can pick up a demon laying with that woman, brother.
Some of them demons.
You ever get out of bed and a little differently than the way you got in it?
Don't you put that demon on me, Dr. Umar. Don't you put that demon on me. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
No, but
have you ever?
Listen, I don't believe Umar for a second. To me, whatever consumes you is consuming you. He's consumed with white women. And also, I'm still waiting to find out what the baby mama looks like, because I just feel like this definitely look like a black young lady, but it look like a light-skinned woman.
Oh, Dr. Umar has, I didn't know he had children.
Oh, so you didn't see this girl?
Your mom hate him too? Of course you do. Because he put his fucking hands on her. What's wrong with him? He should be in fucking jail. Like, really, he should be in jail. Like, I'm not even joking with y'all right now. It's a lot about him that y'all don't know. He's a crazy, sick man. How long was they together? I don't know. They met in college. I don't know how long they was together, but he was with his other child. He was with her mom for 5 years. That's what she told me over the phone. But I don't know how long him and my mom was together. So he's a woman abuser? Yes, he is. And a liar and a hypocrite. Yeah, all those things. Yeah, she left him. And then this man got on the internet and said, my mom wanted to marry him. That's a lie. That's a lie. Why would my mom want to marry somebody that put his fucking hands on her? This man is a fucking liar. And I can't stand him. Hate him.
So she was talking about him, in her lives and stuff, but she, to let Necey know. So the daughter came forward to say, I just want my sister's information. I don't care about you. I just want my sister's information. He was like, where's this number from? How you got this number? Like, was answering her question, right? So she took it to the internet, and the girl's mom reached out to her, and she got in contact with her. Comes out and starts to talk about how I want to have a conversation with your mom. Bring your mom to the front. And I'm like, that's some real, like, to me, I pick up on narcissistic abuse in relationships and how men like to use, kids and all of that to have access to the mother. And to me, that's what that sounded like. This is a 22-year-old woman that's not even saying she want a relationship with you. She's just calling you out because she was trying to get in contact with her other sibling and you wouldn't give her the information. But you want to act like she was talking about being with, having a relationship with you. She didn't say nothing about having a relationship with you. And he's like, tell your mom to call me so we can all be together. Like, why? Why do you need to see her mom? She's 22. Why do you need to talk to her mom? You have an opportunity to what? Make her out to be the bad guy when at the end of the day, you were paying child support, but you were never around. And you say you weren't around because the mom kept you from being around because she wanted to get married and you didn't want to get married. So you didn't want to do what you telling everybody else to do.
Right.
You wasn't marrying your black queen that you got pregnant, nigga. Yeah, kept calling her Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf, Papa Smurf, calling himself that shit. Like, he's such a grifter, a liar, a weirdo. You could tell based on the shit he says if you actually listen, but people don't be listening. Like, he says the dumb shit over and over again. I can remember maybe a few months ago, he was talking about child support. And that was when I picked up on it. I was like, this nigga ain't shit. That don't even make no sense. How you all about, the black community, but one of the main things you want to talk about when it comes to politics is putting a cap on how much money a woman can get from a man for child support. When there is a cap, there's a percentage.
Child.
Yeah. So that's what let me know he wasn't shit from, well, I've been picking up.
I said he's pandering to the dumb ones, the ones that live on Facebook and Snapchat. Not all of them, just some of them. That's just typically where the dumb ones live.
And hotels.
And he's no different. That's what I mean. He's pandering to the opposite audience of the same people that are trailer park trash that love Trump. It's just the opposite spectrum. It's the
Yeah.
hotep that don't.
Pretty much.
It's always somewhere, like logic always lies somewhere in the middle. And if you too far one direction or the other, you're blinded to anything, and you led by people like this. I thought people thought this man was a comedian.
Not a comedian. Yeah, nah, they think that's a leader, baby.
Child, and it don't make no sense. Like when he said he was speaking at colleges, I said, what college let you speak? I don't even know if you graduated.
Right.
I know you went to school, but I don't know if he actually finished. A lot of niggas.
Nah, he ain't no doctor.
He not a doctor. He not.
Mm-mm.
But y'all know everybody want to call themselves something they not, child. Either way, you know, deadbeat, you know, dad thinking that he's not a deadbeat because he paid child support. Nigga, that's a deadbeat. I also feel like when people really want to be in their children's lives, they be like LeBaric, taking hoes to court every week. What you talking about?
Yes. Right. That's what I be thinking too.
Off, okay? Child, LeBaric was not playing with destiny. Y'all, oh, shit, since we up here right quick, I ain't gonna, you know, bring nothing up. But did y'all hear that they're taping Love and Marriage right now? Yeah, I heard. I heard that.
I was be surprised. I thought it was renewed a long time ago.
Or was they be getting like 2 weeks off? Shit,
right?
3 weeks vacation, like a damn corporate job. That's
what
it.
they gonna get? I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know.
Them people don't get no time off. But either way, that content creator, you know, that's always causing an uproar. Apparently Wanda invited him to the set and nobody would film, and then they asked him to leave, and I think he would leave. So, and I think this might be the second time he showed up to set and they was like, no, we not having you on camera, we not having you on the show. So yeah,
wow,
I'm interested to see how this next season is gonna work itself out.
Oh my
god, girl, yeah, it's a lot. But I want to jump. Hey,
I'm glad to be out that toxic matrix for the moment.
Hell yeah,
Mel.
Shit, crazy. Me.
Oh, you are.
Fuck up, me.
Oh, right.
I saw Mel posting saying that she's been real peaceful lately.
No, what? In St. Thomas.
That she been at peace.
Yeah, it looks good.
She said something like peace looks good on you. That's what she said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she actually hit me up. I hope True T was able to get her channel back, just because I don't like when people lose their channels.
Oh, I love that channel.
Yeah, True T lost her channel, and Mel asked me to, you know, see if I could help because, you know, when I lost mine. But basically I just hooked her up with Tasha. And you know, hopefully Tasha can help.
Hopefully so. That is crazy. I wonder what happened.
Somebody, they
Sorry
were
about that.
all of the shit that was going on, they got her shit taken down. She appealed it, and then something else happened.
No.
Yeah, and I didn't even, you know, I don't follow her. I seen her, you know, I've seen people talk about True T, but I don't really follow her. But I just don't like for people to get their channels taken, especially like that's bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. So
absolutely. Like what the that's crazy.
Yeah. Y'all know how it is out here. That's why I don't be want to talk about that shit. Y'all be doing too much.
Because that could have been, I'm wondering if it was like the people she probably covered, were they the ones, you know, the people she probably were doing conversing about on her channel?
Yeah, that's what I would
way.
It might have been some shit with Titanic and Black Titanic and what's your boy? Mickey Mouse. What's his name? Maurice. I think it might have been something with that, but I'm not sure. Like she wrote me telling me
You talking about Maurice Luther King?
Yeah. I don't because I remember he was like suing somebody, you know, like it was some shit like that. And I think all of that mess, because I don't know specifically what's going on. I stay away from that shit on purpose. Y'all know I've been put my shit behind the paywall because I don't like all that.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah.
I had no idea they was something. I don't even see reviews for the show like that no more for him to be suing people. I feel like there was a time, if you was gonna sue somebody, it should have been done a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope the person gets views for them to want to. So what are you suing for?
Child, just for them. I think he was suing Black Titanic for something that she said on her channel. But I'm not I'm not sure, child. Like I said, other CCs were ganging up on her. I'm glad y'all have absolutely nothing to do with that. I love y'all too much. Oh yeah,
Ganging up on who? Black Titanic?
on True T.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't want to be
I hope
involved.
she get her channel back. That's come on, y'all.
I don't want to be involved in any of that. I do my job and then I click off and I go back home. Shit. All
That's
right.
it, okay.
That's it.
You say I just work here. Shit, I
I
don't
hope
give
she
a
had a
fuck.
backup channel though.
I don't think she did. Either way, when she said you reminding us about how you lose your money, girl.
I'm so
I
sorry
think I
that
would be
happened.
motherfucking sick. Bitch.
Lord have mercy. I pray she get that back. That is terrible.
It
All that
is.
hard work. I'm so sorry.
No, for real. I don't
Truly.
want that for real. The only people I want that for is people like DJ Academics and stuff like that. Because y'all out here doing too much.
Okay, channel been intact for years. Okay, he got that Glorilla glue over there on that channel, baby.
Damn,
It's stuck.
that's wild, bro. Anyway, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it because this is what the first story I wanted for us to talk about.
Okay,
I don't know if y'all saw this, but
Mhm.
here's the video. This was a track meet high school, I believe. And from what we understand, when I first saw it, I was like, not her hitting this girl in the back of the head with a baton.
Mhm.
Okay, hold up, stop talking to us, lazy eye. Okay, run it back. Not me talking about somebody with a lazy eye, bitch. Anyway, look,
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw it. I'm gonna let it play one more time. Okay, right?
Then try to play it off by continuously waving her arm.
Yeah.
And this is what one of her defenders said.
okay.
Okay, so let me explain the other side of the story since no one else wants to hear both sides of the story since we want to go viral. So let's do it. So here's the back view of the video. In this part, you can see her baton getting stuck up the girl's back, leaving her hand up in the air, and she finished her stride, accidentally hitting her. Everyone's saying, oh, she was jealous. She was mad because she was losing. It was literally a relay, and it was only the second leg. So her team still had time to win. She literally cannot even finish her stride because this young lady's elbow keeps hitting her baton while she is running. And how is she trying to pass her when someone is right there? I just want some of y'all to just have an open mind and literally look at this video. I don't care if you have to slow it down, repeat it, so that y'all can see the other side of the story. She did not intentionally hit this young lady. I know what it looks like from the front, but please just give this young lady grace.
Who said it was stuck up the back of the girl's shirt?
First of all, look at their feet. Look at their feet and look where their feet are on the line. That's what I was paying attention to. The girl who hit her, she was veering into the girl who was in the center lane. It was the other way around. She was trying to act like, oh, she was bumping it. How? Look how far they were, and still you decided you wanted to hit her in the back.
Hi, Bondy.
Yes.
Can you check the DM?
Okay. Okay, hold up. So this is the girl, controversial track star Alea Everett speaks out to a small crowd of support, but accountability still nowhere in sight. Because they pressing charges, just to be clear.
Oh.
We stand with you. That's why we here. We stand with you. We support you.
Thank y'all for supporting me. Because nobody else wanted to hear my story except for people that know me and people that know I would never do anything like that. I would never harm anybody. I'm not a fighter. I'm not even confrontational. I wouldn't even do that on purpose. And I thank y'all for believing in me, and I love y'all.
That's what they said. Now I'm about to pull up the video that Jamie just sent me, and we gonna look.
I don't think it's. I don't know if this one's as slow or not.
Okay, hold up. Let me see. Follow link. Follow the link. Okay. All right. Hold up. Because we gotta make sure we sharing the screen. Boom. Not that one. This one.
No, you can't beat her.
And my head hit the wall.
Boom. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting the music. I'm gonna play it again.
POV when you know you can't beat her.
And my head hit the wall.
You're stupid.
Yeah, I'm sorry, babe. You know, you did that shit.
Yeah. So for the people, I don't know if everybody could see it because it is a bit far back. You know, when I first watched it, that's what it looked like. It looked like she intentionally hit her. Then I listened to an official and how he kind of broke it down. And I said, okay, that kind of makes sense. Listening to the young lady talk and cry and stuff. When I went back and slowed the video down, it did look a bit intentional to me. And watching it from the back view, for me, confirms the intent, because when you're running, anybody that ran track, when you're running a relay race, you're holding that baton close to you as tight as you can, because if you drop it, you disqualify. So you're running with it, like the intent, and you're holding it close to your body as you're like, woo, woo, you getting it. She literally from the back view extends her arms, her arm out and go whop. It was given the girl was getting on her nerves just a bit. That's what it was making me think, because she saw that she was hawking her and she was coming in that curve. And you know, when you come in a curve, when you running, it's kind of like when you driving a little bit. Yeah. It don't give you that push. So as soon as she hit that straightaway, she knew that girl was going to pass her. And I think what was in her head, that may not have been her intent, but what was in her head, her body reacted. You know how your face may show what you're thinking? Yes. And you may not know. That's what she did. And she hit that girl. And that's what happened.
It was the fact that she continued to swing her arm outwards after that. It just didn't even make sense, and it wasn't a natural movement for track, like Jami said. I saw one comment. It said something like, basically, the girl is going through disassociation. Like, genuinely, she believes that she wouldn't do this, but to me, that's exactly why you would. Like, you're not a fighter. That's exactly why you would do some sneak shit like this. Right. So yeah, I think, like Jami said, her body just reacted a certain way. She highly regrets it, and she's like, I mean, honestly, the adrenaline going through her body at the time is similar to whenever people commit crimes. They literally black the fuck out, and after the fact, they like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that shit. Yeah. But she has people defending her, so she will never get to the point to where she can say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that shit, because she has to stand on, I didn't do it. That's not who I am. So I don't know where this gonna go, but I definitely think she did that shit intentionally. I just think she regrets it now.
I also want to highlight something that she said in her interview, and it's just now clicking to me in this moment. You said something, Necey. I can't remember what it was you just said just now. Oh my God. You said, oh my God, I did this shit, right? So what she says in her interview is that once the race was over, she thought about the young lady and wanted to go and apologize, right? So for me, as I look back at it, that means you know what you did. So when you clocked her in her head and you saw the girl fall off to the side, if the intent was that you cared, knowing that you just hit her, your natural reaction would have been what you just said, Necey. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. And she likely would have stopped in the middle of that race, because you wasn't finna win no way. Because you just what about your head. So the reaction would have been to check on her, and you did it. So you did what you wanted to do, which was to clock her and then move forward with finishing the race, only to end up disqualified. Then now all of a sudden you're thinking about her. You literally looked at her as she's falling off to the side, knowing that you had something to do with that.
Oh yeah, she stuck her arm out like oops, but kept going. Oops.
And she did it with force too. That's the other thing that people are not highlighting.
Back.
She had literally caught back. Yes, and said, "Wop."
1, 2, 3, 4, waving her hand in the same motion. 1, 2,
and 3, you extended 4, your hand 5. Outside of your lane. That wasn't intent. You meant to do that. I'm sorry. Now I will say,
who is running overhand in track anyway? Why are you continuing to run overhand other than to try to play off what you just did?
Exactly. And now I will say, to me, and y'all let me know y'all thoughts, but I do feel like, dang, y'all ain't have to charge her. Y'all could have suspended her from the team or whatever else. But it wasn't my child. So I just, you know what I'm saying? Maybe
I
but
think
see,
they
I
should
think
charge
her
her.
family, the young lady's family, was willing to, it seems to have let it go had she apologized to them that day.
It says Kayleen Tucker suffered a concussion and a possible skull fracture. And while Alea Everett claimed it was accidental, many feel the video appears deliberate. Much of the backlash stems from Alea Everett and her family seemingly avoiding accountability, with some accusing them of, that was really it. The mama, the way the mama got up there, you know. Hold up, this was another clip.
Primarily because of that official that was up there defending her, feeling like she didn't do
Nobody-
anything wrong.
Let me see. Hold up. What did she say?
Just a person by myself. Nobody's gonna believe me because I can. And from the video, it does look purposeful, but I know my intention. I would never hit me on purpose.
You got your face beat for this interview, though, bitch. Them baby hairs is baby hairing. Poor thing. But you got to learn. And I think a lot of like teenage girls are fucking ferocious. You know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all little bitches is terrible to each other in real life. And then you don't care about how ferocious you are until you get caught up. And now you about to be held accountable for some shit that you did. You could have killed the girl, hitting her on the back of the head with that baton like that. She got a concussion, which means you could have, like, you don't know. Just
If
like
she got a concussion, then you hit her hard as hell.
She did.
And a skull fracture.
She's running.
Yeah, they did say possible. Yeah, possible.
Yeah, because it's like if you this is what I see, that you did something out of anger and you blacked out. To me, you need to be charged because it's more concerning to me. And like I said, the fact that she ain't no fighter, she ain't confrontational. So that's even more worrisome because that's telling me that whenever shit go down, you're gonna be silent and then pop the fuck off. And then you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? So that needs to be handled right now.
Absolutely.
She just changed her life, not in a good way.
Poor thing.
But the good thing is, if they in high school and she not 18,
she'll be all right.
She will, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Charge her now. Charge her now.
Mm-mm.
She will fall off your record. I got charged with battery assault when I was 17.
Not you done got charged.
Bitch, what you did?
What the hell going on?
You better.
I got into a fight. I told y'all this before. I got into a fight with a boy at school, and I threw a chair at him.
You
and
ain't
they
charged. You was charged for it.
Yeah, I had to go to teen court. But it fell off my record when I turned 18.
Just for throwing a chair? Did it connect?
Yeah. And I threw hot coffee at him.
Ooh.
So that's also why.
Okay. It was a boy though. I don't care.
It was a boy.
Listen, I'm about to say, because if I don't handle you, you damn sure gonna handle me. I gotta get it while the getting's good. Shit. Thank you for the super chat. I told that nigga Tiara. Thank you for the super chat. Hey ladies, I remember on Little People of ATL, one of the ladies said that they have to figure out if a man likes them or if it's a fetish. Yeah, thank you for the super chat. Joseph, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, my love. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We appreciate you for joining us tonight on your birthday, girl. Okay, it's your birthday. It's your birthday, girl. All right, so let's move on. Y'all, let's talk about Dawn Robinson, y'all, from In Vogue. I actually went to her YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I watched, a great bulk of her video.
Okay.
And I wanted to curse somebody out in a comment of this video. I talked about this originally because they was like, "Homelessness is a mental illness, not about a big thing." Fucking idiot. It's absolutely economic. Like, what are you even talking about?
Hold on. So they said that it's a mental illness and not an economic issue?
Yes.
Wow.
I wanted to flash out.
Which is why she's living in her car.
Because she does. But to me, she comes off like maybe bipolar, maybe have some, she got some issues with her. And we've seen that from back when she was on R&B Divas. Remember, like, she just will be on the side of the person that ain't shit. But Dawn is, I think, one of those people that have delusions of grandeur on some level. You will cut your own nose off to spite your face. And that's what I was guessing from her. She's been living in her car for 3 years. I'm gonna let her tell her story, and then we're gonna come back and talk about what happened with her and In Vogue.
Okay. Past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. Been living in my car. Oh my gosh. Do you remember I did like 105,000 interviews, and in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger, she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. I didn't understand it. I still don't. And it hurt me. So just trying to figure it out, but I couldn't. I can't read someone else's mind. You can't figure them out. They got to figure themselves out. So I was like, let me get out of here. You guys.
Okay. So I want to stop right there for a second, because I feel like that's partially a part of the problem. Whatever issues you got with your, I believe, are the issues they have with you, that In Vogue, the rest of In Vogue might have with you. It's just something about the way she talked about her and her mom. You feel like maybe her mom might have, you know, some issues. She in turn has issues from her mom.
For maybe about a month in Vegas, and then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA, and he said, you need to come to LA because it's getting ready to be fire in Vegas. You need to come back. I love LA. It's okay. And he said that I could stay with him, and so I was like, okay. But you have a dog, I have a dog. Do we have? And he's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys. I was like, no, this is unacceptable, because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would at time, of course. In my car for maybe about a month. And
if it's choppy, y'all, I'm sorry. Like, I really don't know what to do about it. I restarted. That's why my camera is off. Maybe if y'all get out and come back in, help. You know, I'm sorry about it, because I really don't know what to do. But I'm gonna just keep letting it play, because it's kind of clear on my end, which tells me the playback will be clear. Here we go.
And then he wouldn't meet me there, and so I would take video and send it to him, and he's like, no, oh my God, I hate it. Oh my. Push play and pause and all that stuff, so that's why I'm holding this anyway. And it's way cheaper than the hotel. I told my assistant one day, I have been researching car life. There's a whole community of people that live in their cars, and a whole community of people that live in their RVs, and a whole community of people that live in vans. Van life, car life, RV life. And I loved what I was seeing. I just thought, wow, these people, I could do that. I could do this, I think. And I ended up in my car, and it's been, like I said, 3 years. And then he wouldn't meet me there, and so I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I'm like, dude,
Sorry, I was muted. She was basically saying a guy was paying for a hotel for her for 8 months. She kept trying to get him to help her get an apartment, but he would not, I guess, because he didn't really want to help her. But I also feel, when did she say assistant? I missed that part. I know people keep saying that, but I'm like, when did she say that she had an assistant? Either way,
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that part either. But I see people saying assistant, and I remember somebody was saying that before. But you could tell, like, y'all know how niggas are. It's Dawn. Like, Dawn is still Dawn. There's always some nigga out there that's gonna be offering something to her in order to fuck her or whatever. Like, that's what that seems like to me. Either way, that made me go look up what somebody told me in the comments, and I found a video, but I'm scared to pull it up because of how everything is working right now. But basically, I feel like Dawn is in this predicament because she turned down working with In Vogue, because she wanted In Vogue to basically fire Rhoda. And
Who
y'all
was Rhoda?
Rhoda was the girl that came in and replaced her or Maxine. I think who replaced her. Replaced Dawn back in the day. Rhoda is plain white rice. Y'all ever seen the Jamie Foxx show where he gets into the singing match with the one?
Oh yeah.
You know, she was eventually on the show. She replaced Dawn in Vogue when Dawn left in 1997. She came on and started touring with them, and I think she did one of their last albums that actually charted number 11 or some shit like that. They were doing this like 30th anniversary tour or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And basically she wanted Rhoda to go down for 6 months and not be a part of it because Rhoda wasn't a part of their group when they were at the height of their Rona. I'm saying Rhoda, I mean Rona. Where Rona wasn't there at the height of their career, but Rona was there subsequent years touring.
Mm-hmm.
And touring, I feel like, is what helped other girls keep making money because they signed terrible deals, and I'm sure they weren't making money off their songs. So normally artists have to perform and tour in order to. You decided you didn't want to do it because Rona was there. And I feel like it was fucked up. Like she was explaining it in the interview, but she's like, I don't understand. She wasn't there when we were at the height of our career. So just go sit down for 6 months. Let us like enjoy this time with our fans. And then, you know, you can come back when I'm gone. But it's like, why? Why would she not be a part of a reunion tour when she's been a part of the group for like 20 years? It doesn't matter that she wasn't there at the very beginning during the height of y'all's career, because essentially she's been helping to sustain In Vogue in subsequent years. So trying to send her home so she don't get a check. And I feel like what it really was about was you didn't want to split your money 5 ways. And to me, what she was talking about, there's a direct example of this working, and that's with the New Edition. New Edition added members over the years as some members left. When Bobby Brown left, you brought in Johnny Gill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot who else might have been added, but I feel like it was just Johnny Gill. But either way, now when they tour, everybody's up there, regardless to the fact that Johnny Gill wasn't there when they had some of their first hits when they were kids and shit. Like, so to me, like, I definitely felt like Dawn put herself in this situation because you did not want to tour with In Vogue if Rona was there.
But my question is, like, everybody's saying mental illness. How she fall out with her own mama? Your mama got you. I couldn't imagine your mama wanting you to live in a car for 3 years. He said because they the same person.
That's what I was thinking.
I think they both got a little mental thing going on just a bit. And that's why she couldn't deal with it. I think when her mom can't deal with her, this is just my opinion, can't deal with her stuff, she throws it off on Dawn. Dawn can't handle it. I don't know what role the dad plays, but yeah, I think they one and the same, and they butt heads and they can't deal. And now she's out on her own. And
mental illness will have you fall out with your mama.
Say what?
This comment, mental illness will have you fall out with your mama for sure. Yeah.
Well, now everybody's talking about it, and I guess they're trying to, like, you know, see her as a victim, but that's not what I got, right? I did not feel like she was calling herself a victim. It sounded like she was just finally being honest about what her life was like, and to make money, she's probably gonna start documenting it on YouTube because there is, you know, interest in people living in their cars, living in vans, living in RVs. Like, that's all over the internet with people traveling and living their life like nomads. And documenting it. So I was just like, you know, I can tell that she's probably not in the best space, but it is good for her to find her own way. And women like her, they usually do well on their own because they really don't deal with other people well. If they can go and you know, have the bare somewhere, just be by themselves, they be happy. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's very content. You know, I listened to this on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne was like, "Oh, that's terrible. That's so unfortunate." I said, "Is it?" Cause she sound happy as hell. Like she sounds like she
did.
good. She sound like y'all niggas over there paying rent, paying utilities. I ain't gotta do none of that. I'm good. Like
there it goes. It's out.
y'all struggling.
Yes.
You think I'm struggling? No, y'all struggling. That's what it was given to me. She was happy, free.
Okay.
Yeah,
Her skin look
free
good.
is the word. Because when she said,
right.
I'm
Yes.
free. Oh, it's out.
Right.
Get it off my chest. Nah, I definitely feel like this might be more her wave than people know. But this is what JD said.
Having an assistant is not something that you should even think about if you don't have no money, right? And I'm bringing this up because Dawn, when she was telling the story in her car today about her living in her car for the last 3 years, she said, I was telling my assistant, and when she said that, I said, oh, wait a minute. It changed my whole of watching. Because ain't no goddamn way she got an assistant. And she ain't got no money.
That's not true.
You know what I mean? Ain't no way. Yeah, Mr. Watson, when you ain't got no money and you out here just doing what you got to do, you do by yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You moving around by yourself. Ain't nobody getting ready to sit up under you and just kick it for nothing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it might be some people that will stick there for a little bit, but 3 years? She said she been in her car for 3 years. Ain't no 3 years of an assistant staying around and ain't getting no money. If you ain't got no money, how they gonna help you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money to pay them. Yeah. It don't even make sense, right? It don't.
They're called interns. You should know, JD.
Yo, he wildin'.
Makes sense. So I'm just trying to make sure everybody pays attention to the whole scope story, because that's what I heard, and that made me think, wait a minute. She got an assistant. I don't know if she broke. She might not have all the money that she want in the world, but she definitely is not broke saying she got an assistant.
Yeah, nah,
that's all I'm saying. Having an assistant.
Okay. So yeah,
this man tripping. The fact that he went through all of that to figure out about her having an assistant is crazy. Like maybe somebody just want to be by her side. There are some people in the world that will stick beside you there and they don't really need a whole lot from you. She may have a person that was loyal to her many years ago, and maybe she just called them an assistant.
Right.
Maybe make her feel important or makes her feel good when they just a good friend. Like, yeah. I mean, hell, she had somebody over there paying what, thousands of dollars on a hotel?
Yep.
I mean, because clearly
they probably paying for the damn assistant.
Listen.
What is the assistant booking?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
probably just her friend, like Jamie said.
Right. Probably. Jamie, I'm about to send you some stuff. Maybe it'll be clear if you're doing it.
Okay.
I really think it's because Atlanta just got better Wi-Fi than New Orleans, if I'm being real with you.
I don't know.
Atlanta must got better Wi-Fi than Dallas too. I don't get it.
I'm telling you, because when I was in Atlanta, I didn't have
no internet provider.
AT&T.
Oh,
I don't even like them.
They putting fiber in my neighborhood. I might have to fuck with them at some point. But yeah, I just sent you the next link.
Okay. Child, that is funny, honey.
I'm about to send you this one. And okay. So we're about to get into the next story, right? We wish Dawn the best. I'm gonna just say off rip, I feel like Dawn is a little wacky, as somebody in the comments described her. But I also still feel like she looked happy. It don't look like she was asking anybody for anything. It just looks like she was telling her story so she can start making off YouTube. Okay. But yeah,
I just want y'all to tune in and subscribe.
Yes, this is me right now. Okay. I need to see if AT&T got it, because right now all we got back here is Cox, and them hoes is terrible. Now, if y'all knew how much money I pay, y'all would know this is some ridiculous ass shit that I be going through.
Cox made me think of what is it? Xfinity?
It's Comcast, Cox and Comcast.
Yeah, I think they own. Don't Comcast still own Xfinity? I can't stand all of them.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah. Well, whenever AT&T put all of their fiber optics in my neighborhood, then I'll try. AT&T fiber isn't that great in Louisiana. I haven't hit it, girl. I can't win for losing. But let's take a look here at Sarunas Jackson. Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. This might not have been the right one because this is the one about the girl, about the girlfriend. But I want to show you the one where I originally clocked that something was wrong with him. But I feel like we've known something was wrong with him since the shit came out with Kiki.
Okay.
When the shit came out with Kiki Palmer and his brother, that's when we kind of got the family background on them. The last TikTok I sent you. I mean, not the TikTok, the Instagram.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, the family background on the mama.
You sent it on Instagram?
No, I'm sorry. I sent it to you in the private chat on here.
Chat.
Okay. All right. So there was this one. Gotcha. All right, my bad.
So yeah. Okay, so yeah, this right here. This is what made me think something is really wrong with this nigga.
Something going on.
No, wait on.
Or it's an indicator of how far they put their fist in your ass. Oh Lord. Boy. Okay, look. All right, look. In the gay community was confirming this shit. The gay community was in there. It wasn't the straight nigga being homophobic or hating on the tattoo. He learned this information and brought it to fucking Twitter. So then I'm wearing long sleeves for the next 3 days. You see me in the grocery store wearing an Under Armour shirt because I'm like, I ain't fisting niggas. I'm not doing that. First of all, when the fuck did that happen? And also, mind you, some of these gay dudes have lines down here. Down here. Apparently in the gay community, this is some gay stuff. But I'm going to get to that because...
Go ahead on.
Yeah. So that was, okay.
We don't need to hear indicator. The number one indicator before he even started talking was the two-tone hair. Yes, the blonde hair.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like when Chris Brown was down bad. Remind me whenever Ray J was photographed with Wendy Williams with the orange hair. When they do this,
they going through it. Yeah. So this is definitely like the one that had me like, oh yeah, that nigga is spiraling. And then right after that, Jay, please pull up the TikTok, please.
Yes.
This comes out this morning. Let's listen. Can we speed it?
Yeah, which one you want?
1.25.
Oh,
let's do 1.25. Yeah, just so we can be sure. All right.
Yep, no problem.
If you dated a F-list celebrity since 2021, you know, you guys had your back and forths on and off, but at the end of the day, you guys always came back to each other and talked about building a life and having kids, and you showed him unconditional love 24/7. You took care of his daughter like she was your own. Meanwhile, all of this stuff is going on. His brother had a baby and was dating a very, very, very famous child star actress, now adult. And they were going through their legal drama publicly. And her mother came out accusing your boyfriend of being an abuser, a narcissist, evil, every horrible thing you can think of. And all the while, he's in your apartment hiding from people serving him, like law papers serving him. He's crying in your apartment about how everyone's trying to say that his character is like they've got him all wrong and none of these things are true. And because you're so in love with this guy, you believe every single thing that he says. He's been manipulating you this whole entire time. Flash forward to end of 2024, December 2024. You finally get tired of all of the back and forth, the up and down, the highs and the lows with this guy. So you write him an email that basically says, I cannot do this any longer. Please leave me alone. You know, I don't want the family that we discussed. You know, I know that it's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen separately. Go on with your life. You know, this is just too much for me. He calls you. Why did you send that email? You go, it's pretty self-explanatory. So he basically tells you, let's work on us. Like, let's try again. Like, I see a future with you. All these things convince you all over again. And because you love this man deeply, you agree. So now you're hanging out and now it's top of 2025. It's January. And you're thinking, okay, we're working together. Like, this is the love of my life. No relationship is easy. Whatever. He wants to be here. I want to be here. Cool. We start watching a show one day. And we're watching this TV show, like a medical TV show, and there's a child that comes in to get an abortion. And I look at him and he looks a little funny. So I'm like, are you okay? Like, is the show too queasy? He pauses the TV and tells you, I have to tell you something. Immediately, you start to shake and you feel sick to your stomach because the only thing this man could possibly tell you after all of his cheating and lying and scamming and everything else he's done is that he has a new baby coming. Ding, 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 ding. That's exactly what he told me, except for he said back in 2021, he gave his sperm to a sperm bank to this woman. She froze his sperm since 2021 and then randomly decided to unfreeze it without his knowledge and insert it in herself. And now she was waiting to see if she was pregnant.
Come on.
Mind you, I've been with this man since 2021. He's never mentioned such thing because it is a lie. This man is such a liar that he couldn't even fess up and say, hey, when we were broken up for 3 days, I went and I had schmegs with someone else. So he concocted this crazy, bizarre lie that he donated his sperm. I asked to see a contract. I asked to see the woman. He would not show me any of these things except saying, I don't owe you an explanation. I'm not going to defend myself. You need to believe what I'm saying. I'm distraught. I'm crying. And then it becomes physical. After this man blows up and tells me that I'm nothing, that I will never be anything, looks around my apartment. Mind you, this man hasn't worked in months because Hollywood doesn't want to deal with him. His name has been smeared, and so has his brother. After he's taken money from you, he continues to tell you that you're going to be nothing. I've been supporting the man. And all of these things, then he resorts to hitting you. And this was not the first time. This was the second. Didn't tell any of my family or friends about this stuff because I thought I could handle it. So, yes, after I've been cheated on, lied to, publicly embarrassed, everyone and their mother knows that this man is awful. But yet somehow he gets invited to all of these Hollywood parties and people rave about him because he's a narcissist and he's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask. And, you know, I saw him that day for who he truly was, and he didn't like it. And he didn't like the things that I had to say. So he resorted into hitting me. Yeah. So put a finger down if you went through that.
Put the whole hand.
Yeah, this guy, this guy's gonna get his, but not by my hands.
I know that's right.
I think it's gonna be the Lord's.
Oh, girl, shut up.
Can I say I like her hand tattoo for some reason? I'm like, okay, that is cool.
I didn't even see it. Her name is Brittany Bell, though. Brittany Bell actually, I guess he was either her or the girl Tisha Gamino, who is the one that got pregnant by him. That was that other one, the first one that I sent you. They posted the messages.
Ask, which one was the baby mama that was in support of the one that was on the show?
Dominique.
Yes. You remember when Dominique was talking about her own thing? Another one
Miss
baby mamas came.
Miss, y'all can't see me. You know, Miss dancing around and shit. That's her, right?
Yeah, Dominique. Yeah.
Dominique, yeah.
I like Dominique.
I like that too.
And he got the audacity to sit up there talking about Amanda. You loose. You a loose cannon yourself, sir.
Huh. That's look, somebody was in the comments talking about that's how we should have known that the cast at Secure wasn't shit because they were still cool with him even after all of that shit with Amanda and everything. But either way, the messages between Tisha and Brittany, I read them, and basically Brittany kind of went at the girl weird. Like, did you go to a surrogate and freeze my boyfriend Saraunas sperm, or did he fuck you? The girl said, I didn't feel inclined to respond based off how you decided to reach out, but I'm not in the business of protecting males that lie on me. Do I look like I need to have sperm artificially inserted in me? A surrogate carries a baby for someone else, since you seem misinformed about surrogacy. Think twice before you come at another woman with some bullshit ass lie like that. Have a nice day. The conversation continue on. I guess Brittany must have checked herself and then was like, wasn't my lie. That's what he told me. I wrote that message in a heightened emotional state. Not hard to imagine. I didn't mean surrogacy. He told me you've had his sperm frozen in 2021 and recently decided to unfreeze it without his knowledge and were waiting to see if you were pregnant. He was my boyfriend since 2021, so this news was jarring for me. I eventually got him to show me your text thread and clearly saw that you, in fact, were not pregnant via his insane story. Saraunas is a habitual liar and a physical abuser. I thank God this has all happened, and I get to walk away from him, no strings attached, blessed on your journey. So I'm guessing she maybe had a miscarriage or got rid of the baby. I'm not exactly sure, but basically she had only had sex with him twice. She had sex with him in I think May and then again in December. So it wasn't even like they were really fucking around like that. Also, I felt like he might have coerced her. He might have coerced her because she said she didn't even really want the sex. She was like, I wasn't even really trying to fuck him. And she was trying to go to sleep and he kept pressuring her to have sex. And so she had sex with him. So that's another thing. It sounds like he coerced her into having sex in the first place when she got pregnant. And then the text messages between them, he said, hold up, let me see. He said, did we get to 28? I don't know what that means. He said, laughing my fucking ass off. She said, ha, we did not. He said, I suck. She said, I'm still mad at you. He said, it was good though. She said, it was better than the first time, but it's still temporary. And I'm on a mission mentally. I was about to hit 4 months. And then he texted her later in January saying, you still got an attitude, with the laughing emoji. I hate niggas. She said, nope, it's a new year and I'm not falling for the okie doke again. He said, what okie doke? She said, you know what okie doke I'm talking about. Come lay next to me so I can fall asleep. So that's the text message between Tisha and him. And then she tells him, you know, that she's pregnant. You know, text him to tell him, you know, I need to talk to you so I can tell you I'm pregnant. So yeah, it sounds like he coerced her from the beginning, but I only really, because I don't really be caring sometimes about this messy shit. The reason why I really wanted to cover this story is because when the shit happened with Kiki and we were going through the mama having an abuse case against the daddy and Saraunas and the weird ass, you know, little brother, Kiki's baby daddy, were on the side. Yes. Yeah, Darius. We were all like, you know, talking about us. We were talking about it and saying, obviously, Darius is abusive. And then Dominique came out and talked about the shit she was going through with Saraunas. And to me, it was like, what I mean, it's plain as day. Y'all's daddy was abusive. Now both of y'all are abusive men.
Yup.
Byproduct. And then y'all wasn't even on y'all mama's side. Yeah.
Continue the abuse on their mother who was the victim.
Mm-hmm. Was on their daddy's side, cooperated and made a statement on the father's behalf against their mom. And mom, I believe, I don't know as of right now, but when the Kiki Darius shit happened, the mama still had a restraining order against their daddy.
Yep.
So now that we're here, he's crashing out online with blind, you know, tips and a big ass pimple and a gay tattoo, with no shirt on, and now, you know, the ex-girlfriend is talking about how he abused her and all of that. Yeah, I just want to point out that when we come, yo, with dot, stop acting like bitches is making shit up.
Baby, he is a clown. And at this point, for me, he not beating them allegations with that blonde and that black.
Mm-mm.
If you'll go as far as to lie the way that you did with these women, I don't know what else you got going on. That man there, that's crazy. I'm told. I ain't know nobody. I'm like, what, girl? He did what?
Mm-hmm.
I believe every bit of it.
Absolutely. Because I mean, the writing has been on the wall.
Wholeheartedly.
Okay. So if y'all don't have anything else to say, we can move on to the next story. Now, I just added this one because somebody in the comments said something, so I want to add it. I didn't even hear this clip. But you know, I just put it in the chat. Yeah. Yep. Let's listen.
People involved. It's
yeah. And there so there are other people involved.
Yeah.
So are you then aware of other partners before the other partner?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, for the most part. I mean, I'm not like checking your following and seeing where you're going and asking who this girl is and all of that stuff. I'm kind of like oh, I see this. Is this a situation? Like, what are we doing here? And that's if I even choose to bring it up, honestly. But he's been decent about, like, you know, obviously I know the kids are coming. I know all those things, but I really try to just mind my own, because it's not something that truly bothers me. So why am I spending my energy and my time talking about it and asking you questions about it and making this whole thing up if I don't really care? I don't really see the point. I'm not threatened because I know what my relationship is. And I know that no matter what, you will never have with anyone else what you have with me. So I'm just not like, oh, was she prettier than me? Like, what am I going to ask you? I just don't.
Nah, fuck that. I had to pause. I'm sorry. I need clarification.
Yes.
This the same girl that Uncle Luke's daughter is friends with.
Yes.
That
we
she
talked about.
called
That's not the
out for
same one,
being
is it?
delusional as fuck a long time ago.
That's not the same one.
That's not the same one?
No, the one that Creed is friends with is the Rosa girl. The Rose, the girl with the pixie cut.
Okay.
This is the girl from
They was
Selling
pregnant around the
Sunset.
same time, were they? Or no?
Yes. One of them is a DJ,
Okay,
right?
that's what okay.
Yes, the Della Rose girl is a DJ, Creed's friend. This is the
sorry.
girl from
We're confusing his racially ambiguous baby mamas, but my
Let's
bad.
keep going.
Yeah.
But if the shoe fits,
As long as you're honest with me and whatever, if I don't know, we haven't really like crossed anything that we'd have to like.
Is there any, truthfully, is there any level of jealousy?
I think I've gotten jealous about like maybe, I'm trying to think, maybe like holidays. Holidays are hard, right? I'd be like, okay, well, if you're going to do this, can you take Leggy? You know, and it's not for me. I'm not jealous. Say they go on a trip and I'm like, well, that would have been nice. Couldn't you have just brought Leggy with you guys? Like, you know, I'm looking more out for him per se. And I just really, because I care and I want him to have the relationship with his siblings. And I know at some point, Nick will be able to take the kids and do what he wants to do with just the kids and make it more of like a family unit. They're just young right now. So they don't really interact as much. But I think that's the only thing that I'm like, I just want to make sure that I'm keeping the door open and that everyone involved is happy. And so our kids can have a relationship, because you don't have to like me. We don't have to have a relationship. I don't need to at all. But I want you to know that I genuinely love and accept your kids and they're welcome in my home. And like, I do gift baskets for every season and I'm like presents and birthdays. And I'm like, this is from Legendary. Like, this isn't from me. So I just want to make it to where there is never an issue between the kids.
Right, exactly.
First and foremost, you know?
And that point that you just made is a question that I see comes up all the time, right? Yeah. Everyone's like, okay, are all the ladies, are all the women, are they all cordial? Do they all get along? Are they? I
think we need to.
And I was thinking, so there's five. So Nick has children with 5 women, right?
Yeah.
5 different women. So is there a conversation? Is there?
I've been cool with majority of the women. I mean, obviously there's emotions involved and I can't help how other people feel, but like if I'm invited, if you are okay with me being around, like I will happily bring Legendary. I will come and say hi, I will drop a gift, I will leave him and I will come back. Like I don't need to like stay and ruin your time. Like you guys all be together, but I want to make it as easy and as pleasant as possible so that you don't feel uncomfortable with your child around me or around my home and with my kid. Okay. You know, so that's my main thing where I'm like, I don't want it to either be where other people have more children. He feels like, well, I have to do this here and I can't do this here. Like, I want to make it as easy as possible for the kids. Because for me personally, I don't give a shit.
I hear you.
I'm like, I'll go on my own trip.
So does this relationship allow you to have other relationships?
If I choose to, yeah. I'm not in a place that I want to deal with anyone or anything. I'm barely dealing with myself and my kid. I'm like, literally, please, God. I just want to be alone on a beach with a margarita. And that's all I want. Like, I couldn't even fathom dealing with another human right now.
Gotcha. But you could, though.
I could. Yes, absolutely.
And that would mean just having a conversation with Nick.
Absolutely.
And keep the communication.
I'm sure you wouldn't like it, but, you know, I can't.
Go ahead.
I was saying this is a thing that sucks because even if it is true that the relationship could be open on her side, what man, like, I feel like if she was a regular ass woman in an open relationship with just anybody, sure, you could go find somebody. What man want to be with one of Nick Cannon baby mamas?
True.
I'm sure there's someone, but honestly,
yeah,
probably nobody of their caliber.
Right. Also, I feel like they can say what they want to say, but y'all in a cult. Y'all in a cult. Like it's all based on his whims. It's not based on what's actually like best for the family as a whole. Cause to me, y'all would know each other. Like all of the women know each other. All of the women would have their kids together at some point. You know how Lil Wayne for the holidays will have all of the baby mamas and all of the kids at the house for Christmas. I've heard him do that before.
He should.
That's what it really should look like. But because he's not doing it in a way to create a cohesive family, he's just going around creating babies with all of these different women. And I think she's not the main one. Brittany Bell is the main one. And I think she's 2 children for him.
I think this is another way for Nick to center himself. He's narcissistic. And if he actually got all the baby mothers together, it wouldn't be just about him.
That's very
This is a way for him to feel important enough to split his time. That's selfish as fuck.
It is. Because you can only be the star of the show when it's just you and the women, not when it's all of the women and children together. And you actually have to be a dad to all of it. And that's another thing that I feel like makes these niggas fucked up. Because if you have enough children to where you can't take all of the children at one time, because that's too much, had all them fucking kids. Because that's what y'all tell women. When women be out here having all of them kids, y'all say, if you can't take care of all them kids, you shouldn't have all them kids. I feel the same way about a man. If he cannot take all 12 of those children at one time and take care of them all, matter of fact, if he takes 6 of them motherfuckers and take care of them all at one time, then he shouldn't have had all of them kids. Because now what happens is there's triangulation being created, whether he's doing it intentionally or not. Because like she said, holidays are hard. Because he can only fit so many people in one day. And we've been saying that. We said that right around child number 10. We was like, there's no way for him to take care of all of those children at the same time, because how the fuck you gonna be there for all of them when they all live in different parts of the country or in different parts of California, whatever. Like it's not feasible. And it just shows that y'all have children from an ego standpoint, not to actually be there for the children. Not for real. You show up photo.
I'm surprised. I just looked it up online, and I'm surprised that during this interview, Bree said that the guy said he has children with 5 different women. She agreed. It's actually 6. So she don't even fucking know.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. They don't count Mariah.
That's what I was gonna ask.
No.
Is Mariah included in that?
They don't.
Mariah is included in the 6. So I don't know why the girl just said 5 unless she knows it's a cult. and those are the 5 in the cult.
That must be what you're talking about. The 5 that he rotate amongst.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what, because I'm feeling like Mariah is like, I'm not about to be a part of that shit, and you're not about to bring my kids around that shit. So when you have my kids, make sure you don't have nothing else going on. That Mariah is the only one that has the power to dictate how shit works with Nick Cannon. All of them other women, he specifically went and found those women who would not have the power to dictate to him what happens. But
yeah, very irresponsible.
She say it's hard out here for a pimp. All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's move on. I wanted to talk about Doechii, but I changed my mind because I feel like I don't really have nothing else to say about that. I don't know if y'all want to discuss Doechii. Y'all know Doechii basically said her biggest red flag with a man is, well, with a dating partner is a straight man, and everybody lost their mind. Now they're calling her an industry plant. And saying her Grammys don't mean anything, and she shouldn't be standing on a stage next to Lauryn Hill because she hasn't put in enough work. Like they're saying, I feel like they're trying to diminish her because she said she don't like some of y'all niggas, and I'm just like, I don't know why y'all are getting mad about this. Y'all don't like each other. Like,
exactly.
Straight men's biggest predator is another straight man. So why are you mad when a woman says it?
Right.
It's very weird to me. So I know we, ain't really much to talk about with that. So we can just, move on to what a lot of us really want to talk about. DDG. Okay, hold up. We gotta wait for Necey to come back. We're gonna run this like the video. Y'all like the video. I'm gonna send you the next link while they liking the video.
All right, cool.
All right. So I still don't see Necey. Okay, there she go.
Oh, there, boom, there we go. There we
Okay.
go. There we go.
So let me preface this because I feel like we don't need to go through every fucking video,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to just, intro the shit. So if you did not know, DDG got online on his streams and was complaining about Hailey keeping their son away from him. Now we don't know what he's been going through behind the scenes, trying to keep her, golden fucking image clean, which she has taken a part in, but she's been trying to keep his child away from him. Mind you, the baby, and Hailey had RSV, which is a really contagious, cold flu type of situation where you have like inflammation on the lungs. And for babies, it can be very dangerous. And she and the baby both had it. So they're on medication, they're quarantining themselves, and she's just trying to get better. He wanted to go to her house, take the baby downstairs and have the baby and play with the baby while she was upstairs, I guess. But he also said they're not together. They don't fool with each other. Obviously, y'all aren't getting along. So no, you can't show up to the house unannounced while her and the baby are sick and then take the baby downstairs. First of all, that's not smart. If y'all are taking turns with the baby, it would be best if you will wait until the baby is no longer sick or contagious. Then you can take the baby, because if you have the baby while the baby's sick, you can get sick. And then that might make it harder for the baby to get well if both of the parents are sick at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just kind of felt like he wasn't like, you're not being responsible. This is not about the baby. This is about you. And I feel like we all knew this was going to happen. All of us said it. It was very obvious what type of nigga he was based on his friendship with Blueface. He came out and said, Blueface told my future. Nigga, we were all telling you that this was not going to go well because you're young, you're immature, and you seek too much validation online. And I've told y'all, I feel like he uses the baby for clicks and views. I do. I don't feel like it's really about, oh, I love my baby. It's because that baby will get you more attention from women and more views online. So I want you to mute it at first because he's playing music, and I don't know if I don't know if it's copyright, but at the end, like maybe the last 5 or 10 seconds, like let it rock.
Okay.
But this is him because he wanted his baby to listen to his music and dance like when the baby saw Hailey on the Little Mermaid. Right? So this is him watching a fucking toddler for a toddler's response to his song. And I feel like we do this a lot with men. They look for grown folks' validation from babies. And when they don't get it, now they're angry and, it's a problem.
Look at his face.
Mm-hmm. Now, this part right here. This when he talking.
Give me the same clip you gave your mama. Can we do that?
Pull it back a little bit. You can let it play.
All right. I don't need you to just look at it. I need you to dance. Okay? Give me the same clip you gave your mama. Can we do that? Try one more.
Oh, let the baby lay.
Look, so to me, this was the same. There was another video I saw this week, and somebody put like,
did you hear the end though?
Oh, what he said? I'm sorry.
At the end, the friend, it was either him or whoever was recording, said it was too short, meaning Halo didn't dance long enough for them to do anything with the content.
How short? How was that? That was a good clip.
You gotta play it. It was too short.
Okay. And I've seen clips of his the baby's first birthday party. Every time the baby leaned and went to Hailey, he would pull the baby away. At some point, I started to get anxiety. That's why people be like, "You ain't got no kids." I'm like, "I ain't got no kids," but I absolutely physically felt how annoying it was for that baby to keep reaching for her to reach for her baby, and him to pull the baby away from her. He kept doing that shit. So when we look at the situation, and I just sent another clip. I mean, that last clip I sent you. This one, yeah. This one, play it.
My son this morning. All you parasocials, y'all can stop your think pieces now. I talked to my son today, we're good. Can y'all stop saying free Halo? Halo is free, y'all. Okay? What up, man? All right, we're gonna start the day off good, y'all. I talked to my son this morning.
You talked to him today, you pulled that bullshit. What you talking about?
Exactly. So you incited all of that so everybody can go attack her. And then when they go attack her, because now you talk to your son, so now you tell everybody to stop. This nigga is a piece of shit. And I just want to say, we told you, Holly. Like, I know women have to figure these things out for themselves, but bitch, we told you. We screamed.
And
all right, we're gonna start the day off.
It's literally just like a narcissist for him to use this one-off situation to frame her as a bad person. You want to come over to her number one, his lack of boundaries have never been there. Like, I mean, not lack. His respect for boundaries have never been there. We knew that when he posted her sonogram on April Fool's Day.
Absolutely.
We know that now because you think that you can come to her house whenever you want to, even when y'all not getting along. So that's number one red flag, narcissism. Number two, the next thing is when he got online to try to talk bad about her, he said he was protecting her image. You're trying to reframe her image to us by using this one-off situation. Of course, you can't just come get him on the day that you should, because we don't really fucking know, when he has RSV. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so fucking textbook.
It is.
Yeah, it makes me feel like the golden image he feels she has, as if he's making it seem like that's just like a filter, but I feel like that's who she is. I think she has a golden image because that's her. She has a golden personality, so much so that you feel that you can run over her, because I see her as like a soft, sweet girl. And I also feel like sometimes guys like to connect themselves to young women like that to see how far they can push her button, see if they can get a different side out of you than what other people get. Yeah, he's whack. I think she got a golden personality, and that's why he being.
And he made a song. He made another song.
He made another one outside of "Don't Take My Son." That's crazy.
No, not that one. But you remember the first one he made, complaining about her being in a movie and saying how
it was like a diss track towards her.
He would destroy her if he could and all of that. I mean,
when they was together.
Yes.
I thought Dennis was an op.
You thought Dennis was an op?
He the op.
Dennis is not an op.
Dennis is the most supportive op that I'm
about to tell you, because I feel girl, we gonna get into that.
I think Dennis and because I was about to say I think they one and the same.
Yes, let's save it. But this right here is an extension of the narcissism, because now you know that you've pushed it too far when you took your ass online and made everybody mad at Holly, and she's like, "We're sick," so you look stupid. Now here you come with, "Oh, look at my legs." Now something is wrong with him, but to me this just goes to show you don't work out. You don't do shit. All you do is sit in front of a computer all day.
Child.
Oh my gosh. Oh
You
my
need to be going
gosh.
to the doctor. You shouldn't be.
Nigga say Twitch and log into my chart. My God.
Definitely need to log into my chart, because what's going on? That's crazy.
And I'm gonna say this. I've been telling y'all that the person everybody thought Chloe was the person that Holly actually was. Like, everybody will go in on Chloe because she was out here being sexual, but I felt like Chloe was doing it right. Like, she is a young woman. If she wants to be sexual or do whatever the fuck she want to do, she didn't get pregnant by none of these niggas, and she did not let them lock her down. She have her fun, and then she move on. I like that. Have fun. Do your thing. You young. This one, on the other hand, you go and get with this stupid ass nigga. When we telling her he not on your level, everybody, all of y'all women, all of y'all hoes that follow DDG that always want to argue with me in the comments, literally got up there and him and Blueface are similar. He said, me and Blueface, we had the same type of situation. So that should let you know he's not the good guy that y'all think he is. He's an asshole. And he wants y'all to feel sorry for him with his leg. So
Absolutely
to me,
not.
this is a way for y'all to like feel sorry for him after he just fucked up. You need to go to the doctor, you weird ass nigga, trying to be around a sick baby, and your fucking ass got fluid all up on your legs, and you want to go be around a baby that's got fluid in their chest.
Child.
You might have made the baby sick, nigga. We don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the nigga. I feel like we knew something was wrong with him. I hope Hailey has learned her lesson, but probably not.
I'm sure she has.
I hope so.
I'm positive she has, because I ain't shit. Yeah,
That's why
I'm
he
positive
was
she has.
spazzing, because she's learning her lesson.
Yes.
Especially enough to set boundaries to tell him you gotta go.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope so. I hope she's
Because
learned.
now she's stuck with him forever.
Forever.
She's stuck with him forever, so I'm sure she
finna
has
be
learned her
Future.
lesson.
He finna be Future.
Mm-hmm.
And she finna be Sierra.
Hopefully she'll find somebody
Yes,
that has some sense.
I definitely think she will be.
Thank you, Brittany12, for the super chat. If y'all have seen Grownish, Hailey's character is how she in real life. She did before. Oh
I
yeah,
haven't seen it.
I
haven't seen
have.
it.
She was
Yeah, I
aggy.
love Grownish.
She was aggy as fuck on there to me. I'm sorry. Like, just the attitude and neck rolling. Girl, calm down. Because like, you really not gonna do nothing. Calm down. Like I hate when people act like they about that life when it's like, bitch, calm down.
But Grownish was like I don't know how to explain what type of show it was. Yeah, her personality is more like that than what people think.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember my friend had got on their live during the pandemic, Hailey and Chloe, and he was crying and was like, I love y'all so much. I've been watching y'all for this long. He was like crying. And Chloe was like, oh, and Hailey was laughing at him. I thought that was the funniest shit.
Aries too. That's another reason I'm like mean ass bitch. Y'all know I think all Aries are mean. Like that's just my perspective.
Really? I've never met a mean Aries. Every
Really?
Aries I have ever met has been like extremely nice.
Ooh, it's giving extremely selfish.
Really? No, that's crazy. Every Aries I've ever met hasn't been selfish either. Like they're usually very, very direct, but they're the three that I know are like extremely giving, extremely nice.
It's
like
giving
they
every
give
bit
off
of what
Cancer
about me?
energy.
It gives what about me though? A lot.
Okay.
It gives a lot of what about me? Yeah, but anyway, but what about me?
Oh, is it Robin an Aries from Real Housewives?
Robin Dixon?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
What is she?
I think she is.
Not sure.
I just remember feeling like that makes sense. That's why I don't like neither one of them. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was so excited about The Little Mermaid, and I didn't think it was good.
I never watched it.
Damn.
I was
Yeah,
so
Robin
excited.
is an Aries.
It came out on my birthday, girl. I was so excited, and then I watched it, and I was like, "Well, this is boring. Like, it's beautiful to watch, but it's 2025, 2024, whatever, 2023, whatever the fuck the year was. To me, it should have been remastered, rebooted. There should have been something different in the story in order to make it interesting.
Oh, you
But
talking about the original?
no, I'm talking about the one that came out with her, with
okay.
Hailey. It
Okay.
wasn't that good to me. I feel like in this day and age, you have to rewrite the fairy tale in order for it to hit. It did not hit to me. And y'all know I love The Little Mermaid. Like it's literally one of my favorites. I have the Ariel candle sitting right next to me right now, girl. Okay. And I loved her in it. I thought she was beautiful. I thought she did amazing. Her vocals were amazing, but the story fell flat to me. It needed to be rebooted for 2024. Like, bitch, giving up your voice for a nigga. Come on, bro. Like,
No, for real. You know what? I would love to see like Disney-esque type story told from, you know what? I think that's why people like Shrek so much. People like Shrek so much because we see the story told from the guy's point of view. And I want to see it told from the guy's point of view. Like, what did you do to bend over backwards?
Right. Like, how did that work out? Okay, because we don't never really see that shit. All we see is she did everything to get you, and you just put her up in a house, and now she a fucking queen or a princess or some shit. But yeah, y'all.
I want to be like Cinderella.
We pray
She
for
the
them.
girls.
She the girl. Oh, girl, ain't gonna remind me of that shit.
Sitting in a dark corner, waiting for somebody to come and set me free. Man, that song was like girl power.
I can slay my. Who was that? Who sung that? Was that Adrian?
Yeah,
Or was it all of them?
Yeah, but Adrian led the I can dream my own dream. My
It used to hit back
night.
then.
Okay, so I got this little portion right here is do we believe it, right? I'm just gonna preface this. These next 3 stories are stories that I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm leaning towards it maybe. Okay, this is Le'Veon Bell, okay, or Le'Veon child. I'm gonna say Le'Veon, okay? It sounds like a war.
What? Is this the one that Normani just got engaged to?
Oh, I hope not.
I know you're not lying.
Hold on. Is it?
I was just in the comments talking about Sierra introduced Normani.
No, ma'am.
It's not.
DK Metcalf. That's her man.
Oh, whew,
Okay,
child.
don't do that girl. Don't have us out here worried. Look, no, the nose in the comments.
Okay.
No.
Woo, child.
Yeah, nah, he look a little bit more like, a regular dude. You know what I'm saying?
He got the double nose piercings though.
Oh, that's dangerous. Anytime
Girl.
somebody got double nose piercings, be scared. Woman or man, be worried.
No, it's even more dangerous when they on opposite nostril. Like not 2 on the same nostril, one on each nostril.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You gotta worry. You have got to worry. But not him. But Le'Veon Bell is being accused of assaulting his cousin from the ages of 6 until I guess she was 18. He got online and screamed about it. He said it was a default judgment, but I'm thinking it may not have been a default judgment. He just didn't show up. But it wasn't like, from what I understand, it might have been a trial by jury. And that's what I heard, but I'm not sure. So I don't know whether it was default or not. But what I know is
that's default. Even if he just don't show up, that's disrespect to the court. That's default.
Okay,
That's
right. Trial by jury.
It's still default. He ain't show. Yeah,
Okay.
default. Like,
Right.
They see that like that's disrespect.
Oh yeah, definitely. And to me, I feel like that was probably what he did. I don't, because if you have a lawyer on retainer and somebody is suing you and then your fucking family, I don't believe that you didn't know. I feel like you just wanted to ignore it and act like it would go away. So he was ordered to pay his cousin $25 million. Of course, he's gonna appeal it. He says he was not in the state, I guess in Ohio, when allegedly he was being served, and somebody faked his signature, is what he said. I don't
Well,
believe him.
no, he's lying about it all because for a default judgment, you have to prove that you attempted to serve that person. So she had to prove that. And then number 2, there wouldn't have been a signature from him at all because default means you weren't there. You didn't participate at all. So he lying.
And he looked like he was lying based on how he was screaming on his live. My cousin, I don't have to be
Take us serious.
Yeah, no, he didn't think anybody would do anything. To me, it sounded like you probably did do something to your cousin when she was younger and probably kept a relationship with her in order to keep her quiet. Because when he was talking about, oh, I was paying for everything. I was paying her rent. I was paying her bills. I was getting her hair done. I was buying so much shit. I was buying clothes, all kind of shit. You were taking care of her like you were taking care of somebody you was fucking. On top of that, she was always with you. He said she was always at you talking about the cousin that was always at my games, always following me around everywhere. Why the fuck would your cousin be following you around everywhere like that? And you taking care of her like you taking care of a woman that you fucking? Why would you be doing that unless there's some truth to what she said?
I was trying to find out what you did for her brothers then.
Right.
You did that for her, but you ain't mentioning them what you did for the brothers. So it is a bit suspicious, sir.
That's what I wanted to find out. What was the age difference between him and his cousin? Let me see, because
I don't know.
I don't know if they put it out there. But I imagine he might have been just like a few years older than her if she was 18 when it stopped. But I don't know. Either way, I feel like people like to act like this shit don't happen, but it does more
You sure
often than
damn
not.
do.
Like, you know,
Oh yeah.
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
you
do
got to be careful having your kids around other kids as well as adults.
Okay.
Because you don't know what the other kids have been exposed to.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
leaving all the cousins in a room with each other.
Yeah, I think sometimes too, like I'm thinking, reflecting back to him yelling and stuff, and it's like, why y'all be thinking when y'all scream, it's gonna make a person believe you more because you hollering? Like it really doesn't. I feel like he would have did himself better service by not going on Twitch having the conversation. I mean, I understand you needing to, but if you had an attorney, I would think your attorney would advise you to just hold tight.
Well, he's
But
33.
didn't
He's
convince
33.
nobody.
He's 33. I don't know when he stopped providing for her, but apparently he stopped fucking with her when she was 18. And then he said he stopped talking to her maybe 2 years prior to this. So maybe like 2023, 2024. That's when the lawsuit filed, I believe. So I'm wondering, what's her age?
So I question if that's around the time he got the girlfriend that he got.
Ooh. So it wasn't like you didn't have the money, but you had to create some separation because now you got a real girlfriend and you got to stop.
Oh no! Now he was fucking with his
I'm just wondering. You know, we don't know.
I'm not
You
gonna
know, this
lie.
make me think about Saucy. That's what happened to Saucy.
Yup.
Saucy Santana, which he told us. But in his mind, he was assaulted, but he was having relations. That was a relationship with his cousin. And that's what this is sounding like. I mean, obviously not a consensual, obviously nothing that makes sense, but mentally that's the state they was in.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
Yeah, the brother was sued. That's right, for
Yes.
10 mil.
So
I don't know what he did.
Yeah, no. And if she was always at the games and stuff and you was paying for her to live, to me, that's like you basically telling us you were paying because you knew you had did something and you wanted her to stay quiet. And as soon as she, as soon as you stop paying, she stopped staying quiet.
Was it that, or was it that you thought you was going with your cousin?
I think it might have been a little bit of both. Because if he been fucking with her since she was a child and now she's 18, you've groomed her. Like you fucked up with her mind as far as how she should be relating to you as a family member. And to me, looking at him and the way this beard don't connect with this hat to the back, yeah, I'm definitely feeling like I don't trust this nigga. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but it does happen a lot. It happens way more than people like to admit. And him taking care of her the way he was definitely makes me feel like he's guilty. And he admitted all of that. And then he was acting like he was going to provide some proof. But then like, we got to go to court. So I ain't going to say nothing. Nigga, please. If you had proof that it wasn't what it was, you would have threw that out there. Because you were screaming online for way too long. When your girlfriend told you not to say nothing about it. So if I was your girlfriend, whoever the fuck she is, bitch, you better get out. Because
wow.
It's giving the nigga ain't healthy in the mind. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, it's given he ain't healthy in the mind. So that's one of the stories where it's like, do you believe it? The other story, hold up, let me get it. The other story is this story with Diddy and Druski and Odell Beckham. Okay. So we were talking about this earlier, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I low-key don't believe this story because, like Druski said, when it allegedly took place in 2018, he was not famous yet. But I also feel like Diddy would say, you got to do certain stuff to be famous. And the woman's story, she said her name, Ashley Parham or something like that, I think is her name. We talked about her story previously where she said a guy met her at a bar and she said she felt like he was responsible for Tupac's murder. So the guy basically, she was supposed to be going home with the guy. She goes home with the guy, Diddy comes out. And next thing you know, she's being assaulted, But in the story now is that Diddy told Druski to assault her. So Druski, she says that he put all of that baby all over her body and then jumped on top of her like a goddamn slipper slide and knocked the wind out of her because of his considerable size. Okay. I don't think she specifically said what Odell Beckham Jr. was doing. So I'm not sure, but there were other people involved and she just wasn't naming them at first. Now, y'all know a lot of people that come out with stories about Diddy, they be lying. We know when it comes to the FBI, Cassie, Dawn, Rodney, you did all of that shit. I don't give a fuck. Even Sarah, y'all could say Sarah lying. I don't give a fuck. Diddy did the shit.
Who's Sarah?
Sarah from Making a Band. She came out and said that he had
from the first season.
Yes. I believe it. I'm sorry. I believe it. I also believe he did something to Q from Day 26 and maybe some of the other men
girl,
Day 26. But the way Q is responding is like somebody drugged him and did something to him and it took him a long time to get his mental back. Even though
y'all saw where he said he saw something over email, but he couldn't repeat what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I don't know.
Yeah. It was tough for him.
Oh, what if he saw something over email? You know how Diddy like to drug you, record fucking you, and then send you the video later or show it to somebody else. So that, you know, I just don't trust nothing with Diddy and people connected to him. Now, I'm telling y'all, I'm leaning towards believing that this story is not true, except for the fact that y'all know how Odell Beckham was in that video with Justin Bieber when they were in a club with Trey Songz. And Jaguar Wright mentioned this. Jaguar Wright was also named in this lawsuit. I want to say that as well. But she was named as well, I guess, because she knew about it and she talked about it on one of them interviews that she did. She talked about
knew about what?
She talked about the situation with Justin Bieber and Odell Beckham.
Oh wow.
But in the I'm gonna read what it says. Parham claimed she fled the scene after the alleged assault to a neighbor's home for help. She said she was put in touch with Pelletier, which was a Las Vegas police captain at the time. He pretended to be like a police officer helping her. He falsely told her he was a Contra Costa sheriff. Her suit states. Pelletier, falsely posing as a Contra Costa sheriff, told the alleged victim that the neighbor that they had received several noise complaints prior to the neighbor's call and instructed Parham to find a way to get home. Allegedly, Pelletier then gave an envelope believed to contain cash to the neighbor and took Parham and another plaintiff at gunpoint to his home. There, they were allegedly restrained and prevented from contacting legal representation. She's accusing Pelletier of acting unlawfully in her suit. He had no interest in helping. His actions indicate a desire to keep the incident under wraps. The mayor acknowledged that the allegations have not been proven, but still justified Pelletier's temporary leave, stating, while the allegations in the amended complaint remain unproven, they are serious in nature and involve claims of alleged criminal conduct. Pelletier has denied the claims, joining Druski and Beckham in rejecting the allegations. He responded, "This request is both premature and unjust. I fully intend to cooperate with any processes to ensure the truth is known. The investigation is ongoing," because it's not just, you know, Druski and Odell Beckham. It's also this Maui County Police Commission chief, John Pelletier. Now he's in Maui, but back then when this allegedly happened, he was in Vegas. So I don't know, y'all. The scandal in me feels like this absolutely could be true. Because think about it. If Diddy knows police officers, this happens, the neighbor heard it, he gets the call, he comes in to make everybody think that everything is okay, you know, takes the girl, tells her she needs to find a way to get home, but restrains her. Like it's all over the place, but it's you know, it's up in the air for me. But the Justin Bieber Odell Beckham video is the only thing that's making me wonder if there's truth to it. And also, I don't trust Druski. Druski plays too much to me. If y'all pay attention to him, you don't know whether he's joking or not, but he is very well aware of how men take advantage of women in the industry, and he makes a joke out of it. Like, it to me, it's too blatant. So, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to think of these because there's so much stuff flying at Diddy left and right. I honestly don't know what to make of what's real and what's fake.
Right.
With
Can you play that other video again? Somebody said that he was probably down there doing a line. But if you watch it a few times, it looked like you could see Odell ass crack. I ain't gonna lie.
It looked like he was pulling his pants up too. Like when the camera comes around.
What? And maybe he was doing a line. Maybe he was.
Off what though?
The club, the club tables. When you stand up in a section, the table don't be nowhere but to your damn kneecap.
Yeah, I feel you. It was the way his lip looked wet. You know what I'm saying? I think that was really what had people questioning what the fuck was going on. But Jaguar Wright is the one that said she said in an interview, just like Justin Bieber was coming up wiping seminal fluid from his mouth from Odell Beckham's lap.
That's not funny. It's just the fact that she said seminal fluid.
No, it definitely made it funny. Also,
I don't know what to think of her either. Ain't she labeled now in her own damn lawsuit too?
Yes,
involved with Estee.
I don't trust her. I think that she's abusive to me as well. I think, because I think she was abusive to her kid. Because Tasha did an interview with her kid that made me feel like, yeah, you fucked that kid up in some respect. That's your fault. But yeah, he had wet mouth. He ain't have no white shit around his nose. And he ain't even touch his nose. If I'm just coming up from doing you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit my nose a little bit. He ain't hit his nose. He looked like he had something on his mouth. I don't know. But either way,
I will say this though, in his defense, it is, to me, it looks like it's like I would expect his whole mouth to be wet. It's just like his bottom lip that looks wet. You see what I'm saying? Like that could have been from like a drink or something.
It could have been.
But I don't
And then
know.
if you really was giving head, why would you put your mouth that close to the camera right after that?
Because he look high.
See, you gonna stay away, but he comes.
They said Diddy was right there too. Like during this, he was there at that club that night. And let's also not forget the story about Justin Bieber is that Justin was like basically tricked out to people. And that's another thing that just makes me question, like I said, I'm leaning towards feeling like this is not true. But then also when you kind of connect the dots, Druski plays way too fucking much. A part of his comedy is taking advantage of people. Like we said, you know what I'm saying? The shit with the little girl, the little person and how he acts with the women and all of that. So, that shit. Then Odell, we've heard stories about him maybe not being straight. And then we've heard about Justin Bieber being basically sold off to Diddy at some point. And also Justin, even without connection to Diddy on camera, has been put in many a compromising situation with grown ass people, like on full blown stages, grown ass women touching him, kissing him. Like, I feel bad for Justin. Like in this situation, it's not a way to like make Justin Bieber look bad, but just to point out that, like there might be some truth to some of this shit. Cause you see how people are now responding after everything. Cause just today, Justin Bieber posted something about what he's been going through emotionally. And he's always going through something.
My gosh.
He posted today. People told me my whole life, wow, Justin, you deserve that. And I personally have always felt unworthy, like I was a fraud. Like when people told me I deserve something, it made me feel sneaky, like, damn, if they only knew my thoughts, how judgmental I am, how selfish I really am, they wouldn't be saying this. I say all this to say, if you feel sneaky, welcome to the club. I definitely feel unequipped and unqualified most of the days. Now, mind you, would you feel like this if you had actually worked and sang real hard in your career, or if you was made to fuck somebody to get ahead in your career?
I just sent y'all a thread on Reddit.
Okay.
Well, in the DMs.
Okay.
And I jumped online and I searched, when did Druski get famous? Just because I wanted to know, time be going by so quick. And in the post on Reddit, somebody posted that Druski was in a T Grizzly music video in 2018. By that time, people kind of knew who. I think First Day Out was already out, which was T Grizzly's most popular song. Somebody else in the comments mentions how in another 2018 song by T Grizzly, he ends up saying one of the lyrics is "just had a meeting with Diddy."
Oh.
Now, the next person in the same Reddit says that their theory is you get super famous by attending these parties, partaking in the activities, and the famous people in the parties in turn make you famous for being a part of the weirdo club. This is
Yeah.
all alleged. This is all alleged in Reddit, but this is what people are saying. So, ooh, child.
And see, that's the thing. People like, you think he was a famous enough to be, you don't have to be famous enough. That's the point. You're going so you can get famous enough. So I'm sure there are so many people that are around stars all the time that nobody knows about until they blow up. So yeah, this is not looking good to me. And I would totally be ignoring if it wasn't for the fact that Druski rubs me the wrong way. Like it's too much playing that he does for me. And when people blur lines like that, that's intentional because they don't want you to be able to pick up on the truth of anything. So they consistently playing and blurring the lines of which fault he does, and that's why I don't really like, you know, what he got going, even though I think he's funny. So yeah, y'all, I don't know.
Damn, man.
Do you have that Facebook post because they took it down with the
Yeah, they took it off of Facebook.
Oh
too.
yeah,
The Christy girl. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just say this. We might just, you know, leave that on the table. But I know y'all saw it because we talked about it. But they've deleted it because not everybody's saying that the woman lied, even though there is no evidence to prove that she lied, except for somebody saying that she lied. That's not enough proof for me. But we were talking about the woman who was going back and forth with her boyfriend about her 10-year-old who he had sent messages to, talking about, you know, do you want head and all of that. Yeah, this stuff. Now everybody's trying to act like the woman is a liar, but she hasn't said she was a liar. She just deleted the post. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't believe she sent those text messages to her daughter's phone just to get the nigga out the house. Like, that don't even make sense to me. Somebody said, oh, shit, to her first baby daddy. Well, somebody else in the comments said, that's fucked up. What happened? Baby daddy was scamming people, and she outed the fact that the baby was scamming people trying to get money or something like that. So we don't know these people. So we don't know what's true or what's not. But what I will say is, based on the text messages that we saw between the woman, what's her name? Tierra Christie, and the man, Jaleel Allen. Jaleel Allen sounds like a man that did something wrong and is trying to flip it. So, you know, he's the victim. Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, he was just, it was a lot of like going back and forth. But yeah, he basically asked the little girl, like, have you ever had head and you should let me do it on you? And the little girl was like, no, that's inappropriate. I'm a kid. You should talk to mommy about it. You know, like trying to get him to leave her alone. A lot of people believe that the 10-year-old girl sounded too intelligent for a 10-year-old. And I just kind of feel like, yeah, nah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. So
Yeah,
I don't know, y'all, but I definitely feel like the text messages to me, like, and I'm not talking about the text messages between him and the daughter. I'm talking about the text messages between him and the woman. That's what made me feel like he did it. And also, it made me feel like when she kept trying to, what kind of woman do you think I am? I think you're the type of woman that's looking for this nigga to explain it away. That's what I think. I think you was trying to find a way for him to explain it to you in a way that would make you feel okay enough to let him stay in your fucking house. Because if you really, standing on business, you would have went to the police fucking text messages. People was asking why she didn't go to the police. And I'm like, do y'all know how many women protect men while they fuck the kids in the family and don't go to the police?
Exactly.
What?
Yeah, when I saw some of the messages, I was believing that it was true, but then I got on Twitter and I saw some people saying that it wasn't. So I'm like, okay. Then I saw it on Facebook too. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what it is, but what I will say, I had just read a story similar to that of this stepdad being with this mom, and he propositioned the girl, she was like 10 years old, about wanting to start a relationship, but doing whatever with her, told her, I'm gonna treat you like you grown. Do you have another device or a phone you can talk to me on? Asked her to download some app or something so they could chat or whatever. and she felt uncomfortable by it. And she went and she told her aunt. And then her aunt gave the information to her dad. She told her dad, anything else that he needed to know. And then the dad went and turned the guy in, and the guy was actually a cop.
Oh.
So some of her messages, which was interesting to me, because people are saying that don't sound like then a 10-year-old would say yada yada yada. It's like it kind of sounds similar to what or however old this lady's daughter was. I'm not sure, but that
I think she's 10 too.
They both okay. So I think this other girl, if she wasn't 10, I would say at minimum maybe 12. But I mean, they about sound the same, with the text messages and what they saying. So, and I saw in there where he said something allegedly about her watching PRN or whatever. And I feel like people act like kids didn't have access to that when they were younger. Like it's more easily accessible now, but if you probably went in your parents' room and found the wrong VHA, okay,
listen, the way
it was on damn Cinemax and HBO.
Yeah, Cinemax, HBO after a certain time frame. Like the people can see what's going on. The kids is not stupid.
Pay-per-view used to flip over at like 11 o'clock at night. You could be watching a fucking pay-per-view Disney movie, bitch. At 11 o'clock, people fucking.
Hot, raunchy sex.
Girl, okay? But the thing about it is, I was trying to find, because somebody posted the screenshot of the tablet, because we see the phone, but there was something else said that was deleted from his phone that was still
it was something down here that I saw where the person highlighted. I think it was this portion.
Yes,
you talking about, Bondy?
Thank you. Can you see that? Because I can't.
No, I can't see it either.
I'm blind, bitch.
Okay, it says something like, "I'm going to give you a phone so you can text me and ask." Hold on, I'm probably gonna have to pull it up on my.
Said that before I saw this. I said he probably gave her another phone to talk to her on.
So I'm gonna read it. See, is this it? Yeah, this is what it say. It says, "I'm going to give you Zyphone so you can text me and talk to me so I can ask you some questions. Just be honest. This between me and you. You won't get in trouble by your mom, okay?" She says, "Can I get Roblox? Okay, can I get Roblox? I only got cash. All right. Right now, if I make some money and get it on my car, I'll buy you some."
And that's why I think that this was true, because only a little girl is asking about Roblox, y'all. Only a kid is asking about that fucking game. If this was really the mama, as he's saying, if this was really the mama texting the phone, trying to make it seem as if it's him texting the little girl, like, why would you ask about Roblox as a grown woman?
For me, what made me believe that it was actually him was, do you know the level of intricacy that the mother would have to go into, the level of Oscar award winning actress she would have to step into to think to manipulate her daughter? Because later on in the text message, he said something like, "Okay, well, I'll just tell your mom that you're watching porn." And the girl's response said something like, "But I'm not watching it." So the thing is, it sounds like there's a real life situation. The household knows that the little girl has watched porn before. The little girl has gotten in trouble for it, but it's just like an abuser to hang that over her head to try to manipulate her into being taken advantage of. So for the mother to even tap into that makes me feel like it's probably coming from him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not one of them people that believe that the girl lied. She probably deleted it because it just was causing more uproar.
Chaos. Yeah.
She let him convince her that it was a lie, because he was living. That's another thing. He was living with her. I don't know how many times he said, "I'ma leave," and wasn't really leaving. Why you in that lady house? It be niggas that are homosexuals that want to, come and move in with a woman that got kids so that you can reap the benefits of her creating stability for her kid. Because that's how niggas be. Like you a bum probably on some level. You know what I'm saying? Why you in that lady house, and why you gotta call your mama to come and get you? You don't have a car?
5 years.
Like that's all given you fucking with some bummy ass dude off rip to me. But yeah, y'all, this is another one where I don't know. But I'm leaning more towards yes than no. Like I hate to say it, but I probably believe this happened more than I believe the Druski Yeah.
Mhm.
I believe this one more than that. But I still
Yeah. With Druski and Odell and them, I don't know if I believe that exact story happened, but I would not be surprised if Odell was at some of them parties.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, well, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna switch gears, y'all. We're gonna get into some TV talk. All right, everybody. Listen, I'm excited to talk about this. Girl, what the fuck is wrong with Yandy? We're gonna start with Yandy and then we're gonna go to Rashida because Rashida is not as problematic as Yandy to me. Okay, and I'm gonna explain why. Even though they're both doing the same thing, they keeping a lie alive for they ain't shit ass husbands. But the way Yandy is going around, first of all, she inserted herself in the situation with Jasmine when Jasmine wasn't talking to you. Carly and Jasmine were having a conversation. Yandy goes over there to insert herself with all of this fucking energy on behalf of Rashida. Rashida ain't never asked you to do that. Rashida don't do that for none of y'all. I don't know why you doing it for her. So that got you pulled into this shit. But everybody been talking about Mendices, right? So they bring Racine and whatever the other girl is who's too scared to come forward. I believe that whoever that girl is, he actually was fucking with her because she too scared to say something. But Jessica's cousin wasn't scared to come on the show because Jessica is her. But if you notice, this past episode, that girl, the last episode when Robin was on the show, which is Jessica's niece who alleges that Mendices was in her DMs, that girl looks just like Samantha, Mendices' baby mama. They look alike. The girl seemed quiet. She didn't seem like a Jasmine type. She just seemed very quiet and like, I'm here and I'm saying that this is what happened, but I'm not trying to do all of that. Like she wasn't talking a lot. So to me, I felt like the Robin girl was telling the truth. Somebody gave Yandy a heads up because when Jessica tearfully explains to her that Mendices was in my niece's DMs and she pulls up the DMs, Yandy says, girl, wipe your tears. That was me.
Girl. Wipe your tears. I know that DM. That was me.
Oh, I know that. You go wipe your tears, honey. Yeah. I'm like, girl, go ahead on, Yandy.
You know what? At this rate, why didn't Yandy just serve the time for Mendices?
She should have.
Girl.
She should have just served the time because you might as well. And that's what I don't like. When it's obvious that your nigga is lying and you still want to get up here and tell us that we not seeing it, even though, bitch, we see it.
It was her telling Jessica for me, Thomas, when Jessica said, see, he said, hey, first. That was me. That was me, baby. He said, hey, first. He said, hey, first. That was me, baby. Baby, that was me.
At first, she tried to make it seem like the girl was in his DMs. Like she
said, hey. And I said, what took you so long?
Yeah. And that wasn't what happened in them text messages in them DMs at all. When we actually looked at them. He said, hey. And then she said, hey. And now you're trying to act like it was you. So the story is you saw the girl trying to talk to him. And then you looked her up and DM'd her. Why?
And then gonna come outside talk about something. And I owe you an apology too for making you look like a fool. Yeah, because you don't trust him, but you trying to play it up on some. Well, I saw that girl over there all up on him, so I figured she would be in his DMs. So I went ahead and sent the message instead of the fact that you don't trust your husband and you do think he out here doing some stuff because you've already caught him.
Exactly. I was screaming when Yandy was hollering at the camera and said, y'all gotta stop it. But I wasn't just screaming because of how Yandy was acting. It was because of how uncomfortable Mendices never comforted her. And he was like, damn, she doing a lot. But he also couldn't comfort her because he was like, she gonna look stupid as fuck because I really am doing this shit.
Yep.
And the fact that damn, it was something else I was gonna say about this shit. Oh, she was deflecting. She did all of those theatrics to deflect from the fact that she didn't want Mendices to front her ass about being in his messages in that moment. She knew he was gonna be like, what you doing in my Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. So she had to deflect and start crying and put it off on them, and y'all trying to ruin our
He
relationship.
knew she wasn't in his messages.
And then he knew he was about to get caught up because she was like, come outside. They about to mic you up. He was like, nah, I don't want to I don't want to come outside. He's like, nah, come outside. They about to mic you up.
We ain't gonna jump you.
Yes. And so then she basically goes around after that episode, this past episode, she goes around like, oh, you knew what happened and you didn't tell me. Now, Jessica, that's not my friend. But Rashida, Spice, y'all knew what happened and y'all didn't tell me. What we gonna tell you for, bitch? You ain't going nowhere and you not gonna believe it. You gonna say it was you fucking the girl. So what we gonna tell you for?
Like, you know what? He didn't really fuck her. He stepped into the bathroom. I put on a strap on and it was dark. So it wasn't really him.
Oh my God. She thought it was him. She thought
Right,
it was
but
him.
it was really just me and my strap.
Okay. Girl, when I tell you out here looking stupid, and then this is the thing that's really the kicker for me. Lil Mendeecees got online either yesterday or today, and was like, it was actually me, my daddy DM. But now he adding on to it, trolling. And to me, he does that consistently, y'all. Like
I'm so over his trolling, baby.
He always letting us know how he really feel about Yandy through that so-called trolling. To me, you're immature because you're young. So you think you can pretend like something is a joke when you're really serious. So y'all remember when he put the what was it? He put homewrecker.
Oh,
cheater?
yeah.
Was it cheater? I couldn't remember what it was, but he
One
spray
of the two.
painted. Yeah, something.
Yeah, it
on
was
his
cheater.
car.
It was cheater.
Why would you spray paint cheater on Yandy's car when you know your daddy is the one that's the actual fucking cheater? I think it was a way of fun of Yandy.
Because Mendeecees probably acting out from whatever she did when he was locked up.
I think that Lil Mendeecees knows that it's important to the whole family, Samantha included, that we all stay good with Yandy because everybody's making money off Yandy. Yandy is the type of woman that because she's smart and good at business, people will stay connected to her simply to use her. So I think Lil Mendeecees knows that. I think that Big Mendeecees knows that. I think Samantha knows that. And that's why you don't really hear shit from Samantha no more. But Yandy looks crazy. Like Yandy literally looks stupid as fuck to the point that she confronts Rashida. Let's get to Rashida. Rashida is a avoidant personality, meaning if she don't want to deal with it, she act like it's not happening. So she very much knew that Erica Racine and Jasmine pulled up on Mendeecees and Yandy to talk about Mendeecees cheating. She knew about it. She acted like she didn't know about it to Yandy. But Yandy was acting like, oh, if you was really my friend, then you would have told me. And she was like, girl, I didn't know what was going on. She did know. Then Erica Banks brings it up this week. Oh, no, she knew because I told her. I talked to her about it before she talked to you. So now Yandy calling Rashida over to ask Rashida, why you told me you ain't know about it if you really knew? It's like, Yandy, you already know why she lying. You already know why. Y'all are doing the same thing. Both of y'all ain't going nowhere. Both of y'all staying with niggas that's doing y'all dirty and y'all looking to project y'all issues on somebody else. Rashida is not even that mad at Jasmine. To me, if y'all ask me what I think, y'all, I think Rashida and Kirk have an agreement for her to be on the show. I don't think Jasmine would have been able to come on this show, get mic'd up and do a fucking green screen and tape with all these other people if Rashida and Kirk had not okayed it. I think they
agree.
Just so she could get an extra check. Jamie, I wanted to ask you because you live out there. I don't know how much, how often you be pulling up the paperwork, girl. I was like, I want somebody to actually check and see if he filed for custody because I think it's a lie. I don't think he really custody. I think he just wanted a storyline. But here's the
agreed.
I've been saying that Kirk wants to fuck Jasmine. To me, I think he thought that Jasmine was gonna be, the rich man side chick. You go there the day before or the day after Christmas and spend time with her. You paying for a place for her to stay. You somewhat there for the kid as long as they stay quiet. A lot of old school men that had a nice life and wives and kids and shit, they think they're entitled to have the side chick in the other family. And so to me, I think that Kirk was setting Jasmine up to be that family. She is beautiful. I think he wanted to keep her. which is why he got pregnant and was taking care of her up until it all came out. He met with Rod. I think Rod has some type of pimp hoe relationship with Jasmine, because essentially Jasmine is still a pick-me and a bird on some level. So she over there with Rod. Rod goes and has a conversation with Kirk, and Kirk is like, I'm giving her money. Rod feels like, oh, she ain't telling me all of this. So now I'm going to not tell her that Kirk and I met up. Kirk tells Jasmine, well, if Rod has control of you and I'm good with Rod now, I have control of you too. With
baby,
his face.
Oh, he was loving
He said,
that.
"You my bitch."
Yep. That's exactly what he thinking, because he know he want that old thing back, that young thing back.
But that scene to me looked fake.
You think so?
They all do.
Yeah, the scene, right. That one looks like, the reason why it looked more fake to me is because I feel like Jasmine cracked. I could see it in her face that it wasn't a real scene when she walked up to him and said something about Rod. Like right before she got ready to walk off and go back to the car, she kind of like smiled. And then she also brought up the fact that he only has the child one weekend of the month. In what world would your lawyer even tell you to take that to trial for full custody? You're not going to win if you only have him once a month.
Over 8 years.
Right. That don't even make sense. So I highly doubt that they even filed.
That's why I'm saying I don't think that any of that part of this is real. I don't think he's really trying to get custody. I think everybody is in agreement. Rashida is the only person that is actually being harmed. Rashida is resentful of the fact that Jasmine is now on this show, but Kirk has convinced her it's for the best because it'll get Jasmine the money that she's always asking him for. So now, even though Rashida don't want this bitch on the show, she gonna go along with it and she gonna deal with it and just act like it's not happening. I wasn't there. I don't know. You a fucking liar. You a liar. That nigga been dogging you out for the longest. Your issue is not Jasmine. Your issue is Kirk. And to me, Kirk wants to fuck Jasmine. If Jasmine opened up them legs, Kirk will be over there to fuck.
Without a doubt.
So yeah, and Rod, I had said on the comments, I was like, why would Jasmine think that Rod was her ace? Because that's what she said. And he commented back to me in the comments and was like, because it's only me, her, and her people that take care of that little boy. Like, and then he even said it. He was like, I'm the one that take care of him. And Kirk said, I went and picked the baby up from the house. Now we see next episode, he's repoing her car. I was like, girl, what the fuck? That's how you know you a bird. Because instead of learning how to stand on your own 2 feet and stop that chump change for being a stripper or a bartender or whatever, I feel like you ain't making enough money. Whatever you doing, bitch, you ain't making enough money. And
see, that's how you know. That's also why they had her car like that in the last scene. It's fake. It's fuck. The way they had her pull up in that car, yes, that's why.
Because we can see that's her car. So when they repo it, we're gonna be like, that's that car she pulled up the Kirk in.
Yes, because I remember watching, I was like, okay, she got a cute little Tesla.
Oh, was that a Tesla?
Yeah, it was an Model X.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I understand that we just now coming into this, but when I see the motherfucking Teslas, I always look at the people who got them like, I don't like you.
No, for real. I used to never think that, but in this climate, like, go turn that lease back in and get you a different electric car.
Please, because at the end of the day, you are basically paying for this man to infiltrate the government and steal everybody's money. Just so you know, you paying money to Tesla is putting money in that nigga's pockets so that he can be down to the government offices in your social security deciding if you should get or not. I just want everybody to be clear. And then, yeah, Cybertrucks are ugly as fuck. I don't get the hype, like, but you know, each his own. But my favorite part of this last episode was when Rashida and Yandy had that moment, and Rashida finally stops running scared, right? Because Rashida is in fight or flight mode. So at first, she's flight, she's running. Now that she can't run no more because Erica Banks is on blast, she and Yandy have this conversation where he turns to Yandy and says, they wasn't looking for me, bitch. They was looking for you. They was looking for you in DC. They ain't got nothing to say to me. That was about you, DC's. Me and Kirk ain't got nothing to do with what you got going on. That's when you find out that Rashida ain't nobody friend. But we could have told you Rashida wasn't nobody friend all the way back to K. Michelle. Like, we could have told you that. And not only with K. Michelle, But then again, when it came to Scrappy, y'all remember when Scrappy was going to court and he got mad? Him and Mama D was mad at Rashida. That was when they had that egg, you know, in the nest on the ground. Y'all remember the story with all of that bullshit? that was because Rashida was like, yeah, I fuck with Scrappy, but I ain't going to court. Like, whenever somebody really need Rashida to show up for them, she don't. I don't think Candy and Rashida are real friends. I think they are industry friends. I think they might be a part of that lesbian clique, but I don't think they can't be really friends because Rashida don't seem like she really a good friend to nobody based on what we've seen over the years. I'm not just talking
My only friend is Kirk.
Which is sad because he don't really like her like that. The way that nigga is almost 60 years old complaining about life, like the way he whines and bitches about things instead of just being a man and handling it and taking care of it, he whines so much. Him getting robbed. Oh yeah, let's talk about them getting robbed. Raise your hand if you think, like I can see it. Raise your hand if you think that somebody that's involved with them orchestrated the robbery. I think it's one of the kids.
I think it's fake because I caught so many weird ass things during this episode. Whenever Rashida told who was she talking to? She was talking to Spice and Yandy, right? She said, "Oh, I got to tell y'all something. 5 young men." But she said it in a way like it just felt so disconnected from the words that was actually about to come out of her mouth next. It sounded like she was going to say something that was like scandalous or something that was like romantic or something that was like, I don't know. It didn't sound like we was robbed. Our place was broken into. So that's why I feel like it was like a line. Oh, I wish I could go back and listen to that clip. But shit was so weird.
What you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I low-key thought she was about to say 5 niggas and instead said 5 young men. That's what I thought. 5 niggas. And then she stopped herself and then said young men, young looking men. You know what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't given, like you said, it wasn't congruent with what actually was taking place. The only reason I said that I feel like it might have happened for real is because of how often people in Atlanta rob.
Yeah, I wonder which house it was.
No, it was their business. It was the bistro.
Oh, it was the bistro. Okay.
They had it on video. Somebody beat down the fucking door. It took them 7 minutes to beat down. So the police officers in that area don't work, but the cameras do. So they got inside. They went straight upstairs, got the safe, pushed it downstairs, out the door, and into the car. So to me, that was like they knew exactly what they was going to do, and they knew where your safe was. They didn't go for no registers. They didn't steal no bottles. They just went straight for your safe and got out. 5 niggas for a safe?
Yeah, that sounds like somebody that probably used to work there and knew the ropes, or somebody that they were so comfortable with showing everything too. So I think it did. I really think that did happen.
I would want to know about the sons, because to me, I'm sorry, y'all, but sometimes your biggest ops be your kids, especially if your kid's not doing as well as you doing. And to me, if y'all look at Kirk's sons, children, they all look like they just living regular ghetto ass lives like everybody else, even though Kirk and Rashida got 50-11 businesses and a big old house and all of that shit.
Yeah, it do seem like
I mean, yeah, that's possible. And again, it could be that they were a part of it as a whole, or they just could have been reckless with who they had around them.
Yes.
Like they've been, because they've had to come to them before about how they show up to work. Like it's not like a real job. So they probably just not understanding business and how important it is. Probably just had anybody around them as they walking through the building doing what they do. And people just casing the place. Like, okay.
It definitely could be like you know, not the sons doing it, but their friends. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. You think these niggas cool, you bring them to your daddy business thinking it's all good, and next thing you know, motherfuckers getting robbed.
Crazy word. Wow. I sure believe it though. Okay, Atlanta is crazy. It's gotten crazy.
Y'all act like these ain't economic issues. They are. I forgot I ain't got no damn Real Housewives of Atlanta graphic. That's all right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm gonna pull it up.
I wish they was Atlanta.
I'm sorry, not Bell Collective, bitch.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, we're gonna use this as the
not them. Not them. Shit. Okay. So the Married to Medicine girls. The main thing for me was everybody deciding that we need to pick a side, right? Are you on Gregory and Sweet T's side? Are you on Quad and King side? It seemed as if the ladies had chosen Quad last episode, but this episode and next episode, it seems like that's not the case. For instance, we saw the preview to next week's episode for Eugene and Toya's anniversary party. Toya said she was picking Quad side, but I absolutely saw a small ass bun on the top of Sweet T's head as she was walking into the party with Gregory. So I was just like, I think that this is what y'all always do. Y'all make Quad feel like y'all care about her. And then when it comes to actually showing it, you don't. And then y'all wonder why she be like low-key not really fucking with y'all. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I know a lot of people really don't like Quad. I actually like Quad. When I went back and watched Married to Medicine from season 1, I felt like people be fucking over Quad low-key. Like the women on the show.
I gotta go back and watch some of it from the beginning. Quad's not my favorite character. I could leave her a taker for me at times. But if she right, she right. She wrong, she wrong. I think when it comes to Toya probably had a change of heart because of her husband, who said that he could sympathize with Gregory now, because if he was in their shoes, he would probably feel the same way. I sent you a graphic too for RHOA.
Thank you.
But that's what I think may have happened. And or it also could have been her listening to Contessa, with Contessa feeling like everybody can, there's room for all of them to still be there. Toya could have been like, I'm gonna invite both of them,
Right.
And maybe Toya wanted Quad there at the anniversary. Meanwhile, maybe Eugene wanted Gregory there at the anniversary. So they probably still extended the invitation to both of them potentially.
Y'all know I love me some Eugene, but I really wasn't feeling him on this. I think it's really just coming from a standpoint of not wanting to like gang up on Gregory, but I feel like everybody is in agreement that Gregory is acting like a bitch. Like that man did not touch you. You walked up to him with the extra shit. You were antagonizing him, and you're the one that's like not really supposed to be here. This show is about the women. It's not about the you're supposed to be here. The reason you're here is to make Quad feel away, in my opinion. He's only there as Sweet Tea on the show to make Quad feel away. Quad held her head up high, came around and acted like it was all cool. To me, she kept her cool. Him, on the other hand, he not keeping his cool. When you tell me the reason why you mad is because she said that she left you, nigga, that's the truth. What you about the truth for?
Right. It's his ego that's gotten him so upset.
Yeah.
You jealous. You feel like this whole thing is because he's jealous, feeling like Quad has upgraded. So he needs everybody to affirm that you're bigger and better than King. That they the scum on the ground.
Exactly.
Not bigger and better.
Yeah,
that's what he.
The way he stepped to that man on that beach more than once, like, Also, I'm never gonna forget the way Quad said at that reunion show, you put your hand over my nose and my mouth and tried to suffocate me, and he had a smirk on his face, like, yeah, bitch, I did it. He didn't deny it. I think the nigga's crazy. I also think that Sweet Tea is in that house being abused and lying about it and protecting him because I gotta protect my man. And that's why you shouldn't have been promoting that age gap relationship as if it was something that we should normalize, because that's the reason why you in a relationship with a nigga that's mistreating you that you don't have no real power over. When Toya was talking to her, Mimi and Toya was talking to Sweet Tea and telling her, you can't talk to him and tell him to chill out with this shit. That's because most women that are in, I want to say, equal relationships, meaning like, their partner can get something out of them they may not want to do, and they can get something out of their partner that the partner may not want to do. That's how most marriages go. Okay. At some point, you will acquiesce because you love your partner or because you respect them or whatever. To me, the fact that she don't have that same setup, like, girl, you need to know that that's because of your age gap. Because he sons you, you let him. Like, even when I had that scene when they went to eat, he was like, my little baby, you sit in a high chair. What is going the fuck on?
Child, she allows it.
She does. And I hate it for her because to me, I don't like to see any woman be abused or mistreated or talked down on, made to feel bad. I've seen it a lot in my life and it just always triggers me. But what I can't stand even more is to have you go through that, but then get your ass on fucking interviews and say Quad is lying and she's doing too much and all of this shit. You know that Quad is right about who that nigga is. You know that nigga didn't give a fuck about you when he was arguing with Quad. He couldn't even see you because you couldn't even calm him down.
He was seeing red.
Child, thank you for the super chat, Kimi. Y'all should read Greg's reviews. They're not good. I know they're not good because he's not
really
too tight.
What's Greg's last name?
Lunsford. Hold on. Look. Okay. Let me see. Where will we find these reviews?
I found them here. I can share it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Y'all see it?
Yeah.
I'm so frustrated with this place. I've been working on getting my special needs son a refill, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to support, but this is unacceptable. What they say? They talking about Shannon Murphy. Should have written this 3 years ago. This man was my psychiatrist at the psychiatric hospital in Smyrna, Georgia. He was the most numbed out, stone cold psychiatrist I have ever come across. He literally sits there and doesn't nod or acknowledge any of what you're saying like a robot and just writes down God knows what. I was supposed to be a 72-hour hold. He held me for 7 days. I pray to God he doesn't even still have a practice after what he put me and many other patients through. Thank God my case manager was amazing at the time and got me out, realizing he was keeping me there. Putting me on random meds. Do not go to him if you're looking for someone to find you the right medication. Next person says he lost all his bedside manners, personal revolving door. He can't keep the same staff. They said he should just dedicate his 100% to the show and sell the practice. This was a year ago.
Wow.
Not going back.
What about the 3 year ago one? Because that's before all of this.
This one.
Yeah.
Dr. Lunsford was not professional and was 2 hours late. Excuse. Other people had issues too. I felt like nothing in my issues were not important. He was not aware of my medical history. The first session was rushed and the next session was combative. Oh, I should have been able to voice my thoughts and concerns and be guided to my next steps for good mental health. During the entire session, I felt horrible and that nobody was fighting for me. Where was the listening and guidance? I was so upset. I hung up twice during the session. He called back, but I was in no mental health to continue. I should not have had to experience this, especially since I deal with suicidal thoughts. Ooh.
So is that why the patient charged at him, or what happened?
Yeah,
This next person is saying that he gave their son the wrong medication again. Zero compassion.
Cool. Well, you can tell because he don't have nothing for the women that he's in relationships with. Like, I hate the way people act like the way somebody acts with somebody they laying down with is not a huge signifier of the type of person that they actually are. And this is the reason why I was going in on Dr. Damon's fucking ass, because don't talk that shit about who you are as a man and all of that. Y'all knew what he did to Quad and you still was sending your patients to him. Why? Because you got some type of camaraderie with this stupid ass nigga that's not even a good doctor?
They say he literally drugged me with benzos and Geodin. He needs a psychiatric evaluation.
My goodness, today.
I mean, some of them are good.
Yeah, some of them are good.
Staff was wonderful. Really dedicated to his staff and patients. Amazing. Pushes heavy meds.
I mean, if you there for drugs, you might write him a 4-star, 5-star review because you was there for the drugs. But I definitely feel like you can tell that he has a personality issue. The way he handled Quad, the way he handled Sweet Tea, that's an obvious personality issue. And people act like, oh, that's not it. How you acting? No, absolutely the fuck not. you are mentally unstable. Why the fuck would anybody trust you with their mental health? Jamie Carter, thank you for the super chat. I knew it. Somebody in Jamie comments said Greg was an amazing doctor. I commented that there's no way he's a good doctor acting the way he does. That's the same thing I would think. He handles women horribly. And that's because he hates women. Somebody need to ask him what your mama did. What your mama did, Gregory. Come and sit down. Come talk to us. What did your mother do to have you out here abusing the women the way you do, sir? But when I tell y'all, them psychiatrists be diabolical. Like,
say that because now you got me wondering about Dr. Mimi.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I have questions about the bitch myself. I ain't gonna lie, she rubs me a little wrong. Because when she first came up here, it was all your covenant and defending Dr. Gregory and Letitia. And then now that she's on the show, you sitting with Toya talking to Letitia about her actions and how she's acting. You flip-flopping a little bit, and it makes me feel like you're an opportunist. I also, y'all know what I said. I feel like she probably got her own issues at her house.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
He's either a whore or he's a whore.
It's so funny how people are saying that psychologists and psychiatrists is all something like generally wrong with them. That's what I wanted to be like my whole life, was a psychiatrist. When I was in 4th grade and my sister got this psychology book, I used to read that book for fun. I forgot what the name of the book was, but it had like all the diagnoses, and I thought it was the craziest thing. But I didn't want to go to school past 4 years, so I was like, "No, y'all could keep it."
I get it though. I get it because it's the same. Damn, it's the same thing for me. Like, I'm very fascinated by it, but at the same time, I feel like you gotta have empathy.
Yes, you do. You do. And I really think the one thing I will say is, okay, DSM. Yep, that's what it is. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all interview y'all's fucking therapists and psychiatrists. They be weird as fuck. They will project a lot of their own personal thoughts and opinions on your situations. That's what I think about people like fucking Simon, who said that he had done how many 1,000 hours of therapy or whatever. Some therapists will just allow you to come to them because if you're a lost case and you can't change, they will collect a check. Yes. And then other ones will have their own point of view, and you will never get the healing that you. People think that just because they go to therapy,
that
you're
means
good.
Yeah, no,
your therapist might not be shit.
I agree. Also, before we move on, we mentioned it when we were talking earlier, but y'all know I used to like Dr. Contessa, but Dr. Contessa works on my fucking nerves, okay? And the reason why is because she's always physically imposing herself on people. I feel like, that might be that aggression plus that gay shit, but she touched too much. I think about Buffy. I think about this last episode with her holding Quad's hands. I think about her when Sweet Tea was falling apart on the beach. Girl, you really didn't have to be a part of that sister circle in that moment. Mimi had her, and Phaedra had her, but here you come wrapping your arms around her. You're safe. Like, something about Contessa when she's trying to act as if she is being supportive comes off disingenuous to me. And again, all the fuck touch. Like, stop physically imposing yourself on people. I don't know if y'all pay attention to that, but even when people are not being like aggressive or like harmful when they're touching you, sometimes touching you is a way to physically impose their will on you. And so grabbing and all of that shit, like, she does that a lot with people. Yes, be on their face, invading their purse. I don't like all that shit because that would make me get hyped. Like, bitch, back the fuck up. Let me have the moment. Let me be upset. I don't need you and your stank ass breath all in my face right now. Back away from me. Talk to me from over there. Okay? Thank you, Jane Ray, for the super chat. Candace from Ross Potomac mother comes to mind. Another controlling narc personality type that's a therapist. Wonder about her reviews as well. Child, we might have we might have to be out here looking hoes up. You get me? Also, how do y'all feel about how they trying to like basically say that Phaedra was some part to blame because she brought Shaq?
I feel like I kind of feel like I don't care. Like, y'all tried to bring that man around to get a reaction out of her, And everybody saying, or not everybody, but they're saying it backfired on Phaedra, but it backfired
On
on
them.
y'all because y'all didn't fully get, I guess, what y'all wanted out of it when she brought. Because I feel like Phaedra bringing Shaq to me isn't no different than Quad bringing her man. You're not gonna have me out here and then they have my ex out here with whoever they got. Like, no, I'm gonna bring somebody that's gonna entertain me too. But I feel like they just wanted to find something to blame on Phaedra, in my opinion. I don't know why they be so bothered about it. Like, but y'all wanted her here so bad.
Oh, and they was kissing her ass when she first came on the show too, which was annoying to me. They fake. I think that Jackie, Simone, and Heavenly talk about how, and Toya too, on some level, they discuss how they want to use other people to push the show forward without having to give from their own personal lives anymore. So that's the reason why Jackie was going to meet with Phaedra, because now, all we have is Letitia and the Quad situation, and Quad is handling herself in a way that makes it hard for y'all to like scapegoat. So I think that, when you really think about it, they were trying to scapegoat Phaedra with that shit. And I'm like, nah.
And they're gonna have a rough time. I feel, well, I mean, maybe not, but I feel like they are. Come next season, they're gonna have to pounce on Dr. Mimi, because what if Tisha doesn't come back?
Ooh.
Right? Phaedra's already gone.
Who y'all gonna do it to?
They're gonna be back on Quad at some point because they don't know enough about King. And one thing about Quad, I do feel once Quad is a Taurus though. I do feel like y'all have crossed her enough to where she's only gonna share teeny beanie bits with y'all. Y'all are gonna want more, and with that, it's gonna come additional prying and making situations bigger than what they are and stuff like that. Also, y'all don't have to deal with y'all own problems, and Quad gonna be right back where she was last year.
On the outs. That's why I said they need to everybody be mad with me when I say this shit, but I'm like, y'all need to start paying Heavenly more for her producer credit, because she produced the fuck out this season. She's the one that convinced Letitia to come on the show, like, based on what they said. Then she's the one that brought the Phaedra shit to the table. If anybody's producing, I'm gonna give it to Heavenly.
Yeah, she on her job.
Annoying ass. Yeah,
absolutely.
But it's interesting because this is honestly the only way she would have got a damn break, because she ain't getting into it with nobody like that. Besides Contessa for the 2 seconds.
Right. And even she had, when they met up and was sitting talking and shit, girl, I was looking at Contessa wig like, why are you doing this to us? Like, bitch, I wish some of y'all, I don't know if y'all don't have real hair under these wigs, but some of y'all I wish would just go back to wearing your own hair and getting your own hair done. Because y'all have taken these wigs to a level, girl, where it's like, you look crazy, right? But you just gonna show up like that? Square up, hoe. Girl.
Square up, hoe.
She's a constant victim to me, Contessa. Also, like, it was just something about her that unnerves me. And I really feel like she's somebody that may not be that happy in real life, but they're too far in it. They, cut their nose off the spite of their face. I may not be happy, but I ain't gonna let y'all hoes know that.
No, she gonna let them know. She just don't want their talking about it.
Well, she's learned, because she didn't say shit bad about her husband.
She should not let them know. What did y'all think of the sit down with her and Heavenly? Because I feel like this was so pointless. It was so stupid. I'm like, what is up with the editing?
Not in 2010. I'm like, it was choppy. It was choppy as fuck. I didn't know what was going on. I just
this episode,
I did like though when Heavenly was like, you said that he was volatile. She said, well, that's not abuse. Bitch, what? Volatile is giving abuse. Like, just because somebody, and I think a lot of women, a lot of people, period, if somebody not punching you in your face, that they not abusing you. But if you tell me that somebody is volatile in their relationship with you, on top of the fact that we saw Scott do certain shit that I found like abusive, like talking to their kids about whatever issues he has with Contessa, and that affecting how the kids deal with Contessa. I noticed that shit. I always also recognized that it's something that my pa used to do as well. You think you spending time with daddy and he telling you some shit about your mom that is supposed to pull you to his side in some type of way.
Yeah, he was resenting the hell out of her.
Yeah, and putting their kids in it. And I just felt like that was really immature. And I just can't imagine what we were not seeing in order for Contessa to act as scared as she did that season. I don't know if y'all remember, but Contessa was acting like that nigga was beating her ass that season.
Oh, at the reunion when she was struggling,
She was.
say some stuff. Yeah.
At the remember they went on a trip. Remember when they went on a vacation together? She was acting like
Yes.
too.
Especially at that dinner, Quad was speaking up for her.
Yup. Absolutely. And that's another thing I said. Quad has always, I felt like, kind of supported these women when they were going through shit in their relative relationship, their respective relationships. And they really don't do the same for her. And I think it's because they view her as beneath them because she's not a doctor.
It could be that in addition to, you know how they have that saying, check on your strong friends?
Yes.
I think they may see Quad as that person, like she don't need them because she's so strong type or whatever. Like, I don't know
Yeah, I
why.
agree,
but
Jamie.
I think that's how they be looking at her.
But they too old for that shit. Like, they the strong friends too. Like Jackie and Simone, like, bitch, y'all are the strong friends. And Quad was sitting there with y'all when y'all was going through y'all issues with y'all husbands. And I don't ever remember through that season because they were all going through it during the same season. Simone was about to leave Curtis. I mean, Jackie was about to leave Curtis. That shit came out with him at the airport, and Quad was going through her shit with Gregory. I feel like I saw Quad show up for Simone and show up for Jackie. I don't feel like I saw them show up for her. And then when everything came out at the reunion show, Heavenly was the only one that really was like, you know, on her side when they talked about the abuse and all of that took place. So, you know, I just feel like there is somewhat of an elitist attitude about women that aren't doctors. You know, they used to treat Toya just as bad. Like, they just now starting to really show Toya some type of respect because of the core group thing on this show.
Yeah. I wonder what made them really get her the hell up off them though.
Toya?
Yeah.
I feel like they just kind of like, you know, Toya grew on them.
Because Toya was the one that brought them back together, didn't it? When everybody was like separated, didn't she have like a sit down and kind of like led the charge to pull the group back together a few years ago?
I think she did. And that was because she needed that job.
That's probably where they got her respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think they respect her relationship with Eugene. That's another thing. I think once everybody realized their husbands really wasn't shit, they value the woman whose husband is not shitting on her.
That's true. As much as
But I also
think Toya for getting different houses, Eugene stay putting her ass in multiple ones.
Right. And but I also think they look at it differently because Eugene is the doctor. So they like, yeah, she just benefiting. So I think I don't know. Some level of ignorance tells me that they feel like their husband not being shit is kind of justified because they ain't the ones with the doctor.
That's crazy.
It's wild. But anyway, Married to Medicine's finale is Sunday, and we'll be tuned in. And we can't wait to see what all takes place. Let's get into the last. All right. Real Housewives of Atlanta is back with a brand new cast. They also reportedly have the lowest ratings that the show has ever had. That's not surprising. They've been gone for a long time, and they're full of people that no one cares about for the most part. Cynthia is back because what else? Shamia, I feel like should have always been there. She's just always connected. It would have been so much better for her to be part of it when Candy was still there.
Right.
I also feel like Phaedra is gonna come back eventually, but Phaedra is not given enough for her to be here. Kenya should have been there. That annoys me. I feel like the other three girls, the three new girls, Kelly, Angela, and Brittany, they all look alike because everybody has too much filler.
In the pinch nose, that make my face hurt looking.
Yes.
I saw a few people actually complaining about that, but it really don't even bother me. I feel like for these ladies, huh?
I said, is that because you in Atlanta? So you see faces like that?
No, it's not that. I think a lot of people, in my opinion, may feel that way. Like we get the like they'll show us the flashbacks, right? So when we see the original face, it makes them look like, oh shit, you got that much work done. But if we go back to Portia's first face, and she was very pretty and still is, we would, if we would have never saw the gradual work that was done on Portia over a period of time, we probably would feel the same way about her. So I'm like, what these ladies got ain't no different than what the hell Portia got. And unfortunately, that is what they be doing, filling up their damn face.
I'm including Portia in that when I say they faces make my face hurt, because they kind of giving the Erica Mena effect. Like when you plump your lips up so much and like your mouth slowly starts to take up more width across the real estate of your face because you're doing too fucking much. And then the proportion between the width of your mouth and the width of your itty bitty Pinocchio nose don't make sense. It's just like, it's just there's like a natural balancing of someone's face that goes on, and your eyes can just detect when it's off by a little bit. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I really want to scratch this itch, but I can't. So my brain is just perplexed.
Oh, look, y'all, I'm about to pull this up for us, okay? Because I think we all like, really, Portia? Really? You about to run with your full face of makeup and a full frontal? You about to run? All right.
It was the graphics for me on the background.
Yes, they were doing a lot with the editing. So this is some of the shit that people were saying. Okay, insurance agents go to the sexiest events, laughing my ass off. What? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't like Brittany. Brittany trying too hard. Looking for an issue with Kenya. That's one of the main things I clocked. And maybe Kenya was playing a little bit, like, poking in order to get a response, because Kenya's good at this, villain on the show shit. But I still felt like Brittany Edie was doing too much off rip trying to find the issue.
She was.
Like, bitch, you have on one ring. Somebody would expect that you're not married because you have on one ring. Like, people who are married usually have an engagement and a wedding band. You just had on a big rock. Which
Very true. But what's becoming common though are women wearing just that one ring.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, we're younger. Kenya's older. I feel like there's a certain tradition. So I see exactly why Kenya would ask her that. So for her to try to make that like bigger than what it's like, girl, what producer got in your head? That lady was just asking a question, because honestly, I felt like it wasn't no different than when Shamia said to her, "Oh, so that is that Dennis necklace you got on?" Like, if you feel like it was shade, it was like light shade. It's not that deep.
Right.
You weird.
Have an issue.
Surprisingly, y'all, absolutely nobody got on my nerves this episode. Not even Portia.
Shamia,
nobody.
Yeah, nobody. I actually would like. I could see that Britt was trying to start something, but I was all the way here for Kelly asking the question because somebody was going to ask the fucking question.
Oh yeah, me too.
Nobody really got on my nerves at all. Everybody seemed to be tolerable.
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody was tolerable, except for that one thing that Britt was trying to do, of course, But I mean, I didn't think it was like, oh, I can't stand her. None of that.
No.
It was cool.
It ain't
everybody was good.
It ain't that. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. Shamia gonna work on my nerves, and I like Shamia. I think Shamia.
You think so? Why? Yeah. Oh, because she gonna say it.
She gonna do too much. She gonna gross us the fuck out. Why are you telling us that you took a shit at this man's house the first time that y'all spent the night together, the first day that you met him? Like, I don't, for some reason, whenever women talk about, like, not even just women, anybody that's gonna talk about some shit that's gross to me that I don't want to smell or hear or think about, like, because like, like, why are you telling us this long, drawn out story about you shitting this man's bathroom and that proves he loved you? No, ma'am, stop it. Like, that was cringy. Plus, the way she's gonna be defending Portia, please stop.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
I don't think that's gonna make it to the end of the season.
I hope not, because I feel like it's been obvious to me that Shamia has been a better friend to Portia than Portia has been to her for as long as I feel like we've been watching them. So,
very true. Very true. What I will say, go ahead, Necey.
The only part with Shamia that made me cringe was when I could tell she was looking for a moment when she said to the left and then like made a long drawn out facial. It wasn't that moment for me, but I could tell she was trying to make it a confessional moment.
Yeah,
I
when he
thought
had
that
to
was
ask
a
her
bit
to hurry
funny.
up, when he had to ask her to hurry up, Shamia, can you shorten it up? I'm almost done. 10 minutes later, bitch. Look, okay.
I was here for it though.
I
I
do
was like,
like
y'all not
Shamia
gonna
though.
play my girl out like y'all do quad, playing them them transitions in between. Like, okay, hurry up with what you trying to say. It was like, I want to hear the story. So what else happened?
No, really, because how you bag you in with that much money? I wanted to know. I wasn't mad at it at all.
Yeah, I like Shamia. We'll see. Some people was annoyed at the fact that she just kept singing. They're like, all right, damn, we know you can sing, guys.
I wasn't upset about that. She sounded good.
She was cool. But can I say this though?
What?
Y'all know when Shamia checked Kelly about what she said about Portia and told her, like, listen, I felt uncomfortable. I told Portia what you said. And then we hear later on that Kelly felt the way about or was mad at Shamia for that. For me, I feel like Shamia has allowed Kelly to talk shit about Portia around her before. But now that we on this camera, you want to try and tell me that I shouldn't say that and I should just say that to Portia. I think that's why Kelly probably was feeling away. But they're still cool because I guess she gets it. But I think Shamia do be letting people talk shit about her friends. You want me to share this, Bondy? Oh, you already shared it. Okay.
Yeah, I already
I
got it.
think
It's
it's
my
because I think it's because Shamia ruined the scene. Because what Portia did as soon as she got there was like, it's fine. I don't want to speak to her anymore. And she was pulling that whole Nene, oh, you're not gonna get a scene off of me. And it's
Yeah.
like, bitch, it's the first episode. These are your coworkers. Get to work. We're not gonna start icing people out for asking you the obvious. So I think that Kelly was kind of like, damn, bitch, like Shamia, you knew that this was gonna be my opening line. And now since you gave her advance notice, now she can ice me out and not really
respond.
you know, Kelly, right. Kelly. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Kelly, she's a newcomer. She's trying to secure her spot. So I'm not even mad at it. Do what you got to do because somebody's going to have to ask Portia the questions and she shouldn't be giving the heads up.
Y'all, this was hilarious to me. 2013, 2024. Look at that back shot. You did something, bitch.
Oh, for sure.
You absolutely stay talking about my ass was always big. You a motherfucking lie, bitch. To me, ain't no way, bitch. Look at her legs. Ain't no way. Ain't
Not even just that. Portia, in my opinion, be getting that fucking 360 lipo that Marlo be getting. It's like Portia looks great. Let me say that, but it's not adding up to me. It's just not. It's not adding up.
Yeah, no.
It's not adding up.
It's never been adding up. It's never been
I
adding
think
up.
the shape is hers. The shape is hers, and I think she did have an ass, which is why she's looking so thick. But it's just like she literally has no body fat in her waist whatsoever.
Child.
And that's not how that works.
That's what I'm saying. But right, you don't carry that much ass and not have more body fat in your arms, more body fat in your waist, like
especially around your elbow, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like your
girl.
elbow tell a story, okay?
Okay. So she getting a 360 lipo, in my opinion.
She might be. She getting some.
Yeah, that butt definitely looked like you got something put in that motherfucker because it wasn't giving like real big butt. You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like real big butts don't always just look like that. Like what the fuck that is? Let's go back. Hold up. Yeah. Maybe it's the angle, but that shit looks wild. Like
yeah, it's gotta
her
be
in pants side by side from back then till now.
I mean, she also was much skinnier back then, though. Like she looked more like Lauren size.
Yeah, but still, look at like I feel like even if you did gain weight, you still gain weight all over. You know what I'm saying?
You sure do.
So she gained it, but doing it removed.
She about done got that
lipo. Yeah.
Shots on.
Oh, for sure. Like even the running picture, you can see her rib cage, like not an ounce of fat.
And that don't make no sense when you got a big old ass like that. Like not for real, not when you can see that like the line where your abs are. Yeah. That and you don't work out enough for that neither. That's another thing. That bitch don't work out. She pretending, but she don't really work out.
She be posting her little Pelotons in the house. So But Peloton, I'm telling you, ain't doing that much. You going down to the doctor.
Listen, I'm about to tell you, okay, shots and everything. But yeah, like it's gonna be an interesting season. But let's just discuss some of the girls right quick before we get out of here.
Yeah, because I want to know y'all thoughts on Angela Oakley.
Okay, let's okay, here we go. First of all, her husband wearing her the fuck out. That's the first one. He just seemed like you're wig lifting, okay? You need to get that together. Yeah, he just, I don't know what their relationship is like, but he seemed like one of them men just talk to you in kind of way. You just gotta roll with it. That's what that feel like. Besides that, what about her that you wanted to know?
I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on her. I could see her as, if Cynthia was not there, she does seem like a smooth replacement for Cynthia. It's something about it. Like
giving nothing.
Oh, damn.
Not giving nothing.
Giving nothing. That's what I mean. Like, but I feel like she could give a little bit of something if Cynthia wasn't there, but we can't have two people giving nothing. Cynthia also has the effect of being fabulous while giving nothing. We don't know Angela yet, so she's giving nothing at all.
Nothing.
I do like that her and her husband are around the same age though, and that he married someone closer to his age.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe this man ain't crazy. Maybe this man ain't putting her through it. I want to know more about their relationship. But yeah, this was not a good first episode for her.
Did y'all see Edie's van me mugging in the back?
Listen,
that girl. I was like, what is going on? Why is his face like this like the whole time?
Somebody said it's giving Al Reynolds.
Al Reynolds.
That's what somebody in the comments said.
That's what he looked like.
That's what he's giving, like angry, light-skinned, closeted man.
Oh, Britt husband.
Yeah.
I have to agree. They don't go together.
They don't. I thought I was the only one. I'm like, did he a drug dealer or something? But it just it wasn't.
Because I remember watching, and when she said, number one, when she told Kenya, I'm married, I was shocked that she said she was married, for one. Just because she gives like baddie social butterfly, I'm still out here with the men's type of vibes, especially when she said insurance agents go to the sexiest parties. Then not only was it like, okay, it's a surprise she married, it was a double whammy when I saw the husband. I said, huh? What?
Yeah, it was something amiss.
Oh my.
He wasn't older.
Mm-mm.
He didn't appear to be rich.
Jennifer.
He wasn't taller. Who's Jennifer?
Jennifer Williams. And that nigga who she with. That's what it looked like a little bit to me.
Money must be long as fuck.
Let me look. Hold up. I'm about to pull Brittany Edie husband.
I don't know. I think her money may be long. I think his may be off the grid.
Okay.
I don't see any. They don't look like they go together. I couldn't even imagine them. If I seen them standing next to each other in line at the grocery store, I wouldn't even think they were together.
True that. Girl, oh, that's how he smiled, my lord, today. I'm so sorry, sir. Because I thought you were mean mugging like a hoe.
And maybe they went together before she got the work done to her face.
Maybe
her first face went with him.
Like, that's how he smiled. She had to fix it on that picture. Okay.
Look, serve.
Oh, bag.
Okay?
They
Y'all
don't
don't
fit.
text my nigga happy birthday. Y'all can DM me happy birthday, but don't text his motherfucking phone happy birthday. He got a wife. You bitches wish him happy birthday in spirit, okay?
All right, don't hurt them veneers on them gummy bears, bitch. It's either giving he beating your ass or he fucking a dude. It's one or the other. It's hard to make these gross generalizations. I don't know these people, but I'm just saying the way he looked, it's giving cocaine or something, like just something.
Really? It's not giving no drugs. It's giving.
I know with what Necey said, it's before the whole makeover thing. She was with him then. I think the Britney before the glow up fit with him best.
Yeah, what her
Okay, wait,
original
hold on,
face
hold
look
on.
like.
Everybody loves to say like, "Oh, I got with him, and I got with him for his money." I'm like, I had my own money when I met Mike.
If he didn't have money, would he have been somebody that you would have been interested in?
We're too much. When you're this happy and you're this into each other, and we look good and we have fun and our families love each other, and it's like it's too much. There's just like something got to be wrong. Let's figure it out. So then you want to start digging
And then making shit up.
and making shit up. Oh, and maybe threaten. When they hear Mike come in, they be like, "Oh my God,
they don't like that.
is about to show up." Yeah, bitch, my man is showing up. Y'all mad because y'all support, and you can tell really quickly people that have a healthy relationship and people who don't.
Do you feel like anybody else in your cast has a healthy relationship? You just answered the question. Why you gotta think that hard, Britt?
Damn,
I'm
she
glad
didn't
we
even
ain't the only
say.
ones that see some. Then shit, since she said everybody else see some, glad we're not the only. I mean, I hope I hope he's a great guy.
Okay,
sure.
I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, it's giving abusive.
Really?
I'm
Are you
sorry.
sure? Who doing the abusing?
Him. Like,
oh, go back to that picture of him. You know what?
Now,
I was
y'all is
thinking.
not from that.
What? Which one?
I don't think. Okay, this is what I was gonna say, Jamie. Jamie. I
I'm
think he
sorry.
probably matches her original face, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. But
Okay.
I will say, I can see where Bondy is coming from because I was watching this video on TikTok. I was on TikTok like I always do, and they said that you can look at a man's face. I need to find a video and send it to y'all. And you could tell a lot from like the wrinkles in his face, the way he holds. Let me just find a damn video. And the way that he's gazing down tells us what Bondy is saying.
I'm looking for the white in his eye that you was telling me about the last time.
The Sampaku eyes. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find a video. It is.
And also, anybody that's like, "Oh, don't be sending my husband no happy birthday," bitch. How secure are you? Like, I'm just saying, she might be joking, but she probably not. Not they saying this giving Mimi and Nico.
Whoa.
And Marcel White, Shamia be looking like Candy with that hair. She do. Hold
Okay,
on.
check it in.
All right, hold on. It's definitely Sin Santana and Jonathan. I'm sorry. Reggie, baby, thank you for the super chat. Listen, I feel like it's one or the other, and that ain't no tea, no shade, y'all. I feel like a lot of people be out here like, not being real about who they are. And that's okay.
Nico and Mimi went together better than this.
I kind of hate this for Brit just a little bit. I think she's very pretty. I think she may be a nice person. We shall see. We're gonna watch more. But the secrecy around her man, and she already feels like other people are like, let's dig for something. I'm like, they are. And don't get on a bad side because they might. I don't know if there's anything to
Find
expose,
something.
but they're gonna try to. Yeah, well, good luck, mamas.
And that's also an abusive situation, regardless to what the fuck they talking about. He might be
And I will say,
not cocaine. He might be an alcoholic, because that's what I was also seeing, like that red behind the eye shit. That a lot of times be like a lot.
out of the girls on the show, I think Brittany has the best plastic surgery. Like my eyes don't hurt as much.
Okay, let's listen to what this clip said, girl. Hold up. Fine. Oh.
Stay safe.
And you should probably speed it up.
Based on his face. Now, why do I say this? Well, because biology and microexpressions are very important and are universal languages. And as a dating coach for 15 years, and as your very godbrother, I want to make sure that you're keeping safe because narcissists, sociopaths are getting smarter and smarter each day. And it requires you to also be able to see the signs so that you can keep yourself safe at the end of the day. So without further ado, let me share with you some of the things that I see on a man's face that will help you stay safe. Number one, look at that nose, girl. The width of the nose is the diameter of the D. So if he has a wide nose, girl, protect yourself because that D is going to be wide as well. No shade. Number two, if he smiles like this, that means that he probably beats women. It is what they call a white beater smile, and it's a dangerous one. It's like a wolf snarling. I want you to think about that, okay? The smirk. If the guy is smirking while you're being vulnerable or emotional, he's probably a narcissist. Okay. If he has well-groomed eyebrows and they're bushy and they're generally straight like this, he's probably narcissistic. And I'm sure I have mentioned most Arab men. So be it. Also, the way that he holds his head, if his chin is high, he's probably quite arrogant. If it's low like this, he's in protective mode and he's fearful and scary. Okay. And then also check for the wrinkles when he's being expressive and emotional. If he has those wrinkles here, he's generally a happy person. If he has the wrinkles here, he's probably an angry person. If he has the wrinkles here, he's probably an anxious person. If he has natural wrinkles here, we call that gay face, gay whiskers, because he's pursing a lot. If he has no wrinkles, he probably has Botox and he's probably gay. Let me know if it's helpful. Let me know if certain come to mind. I was going to put pictures up here, but I didn't want to get sued. And let me know if this is helpful again. All right. Be well, ladies.
It's this look for me, y'all. I'm sorry. And you know what? I might be a little bit more aware of this because New Orleans is a space full of light-skinned, angry men. Shit, I accidentally got off of it. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just something about the way he's looking. Also, when people are stoic. So even though, and this is why I know, because I'm attracted to stoic people, like people that, you know, kind of maintain a stoic, quiet type of vibe. With men, you have to be careful with that because that usually means they're hiding something, right? And sometimes it's hiding that they don't want to say the wrong thing because they talk too much, then they'll reveal too much. So they just stay quiet. And yes, this might be it. He's just like a drunk to me. But please, I want y'all to understand, drunks are usually abusive. Just so we're aware. Like a lot of the times, men that drink a lot, they go upside your head when they're drunk. But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna find out because Shamia and Portia said all of the women have their own storylines going on, and the only way you will have a real storyline going on that's interesting outside of this group is if you're going through it with your nigga. Okay, hold on, let me read some of these. M Philosophy, thank you for the super chat. I think they resent Quad because Quad actually chose herself and Jackie nor Simone could leave. That is very true. Y'all know, I think that's the reason why Toya kind of resents Quad, because even though Eugene is great, it's something about being able to free willy your coochie when you want to free willy your coochie. You know what I'm saying?
You know she wants to.
You know she wants to.
I thought she's complaining about them not having sex like that for so long.
He had to go in them steroid shots and all of the testosterone and all of that. Brandon Brown, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you, love. Lovely Lady Les, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Great topics. Great show tonight. Thank you. And that's all of them. But yeah, y'all, we gonna see. These are just questions, y'all. So please don't hold me to it. But please know there are many things that I recognize very quickly, and alcoholic abusive men is one of those things, girl.
Yeah, I don't see. Okay, I thought that he had the grin, but I had the facial expression wrong. Now I'm gonna just go with one of the girls if I go with anything.
It was the smirk, though. I think that's what it really was. That smirk.
Yeah, that smirk is something else.
It's narky.
It's the girls, or he matched her first face, which I'm even more interested to know what her first face was.
I tried to look Brittany Edie up from when she was in Black Men's Magazine, and I could not find it.
Wow.
That's why I was like, bitch, where were you before this face?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she looked fairly similar to how she looks now, just because I don't think her surgery. She has a lot of filler and stuff, but
You ready?
Huh?
You ready?
You found it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
That's before surgery. You could tell.
That was quick. See, okay, she looks like herself. She just got something done to her lips. I mean, her nose.
And slimmer face, it looked like. Maybe her face is a little bit more.
She got some things tweaked.
Yeah, but you can still see she has full lips. And I think that the reason why I feel like I can look at her is because her mouth doesn't take up real estate across the width of her face. Because she has full lips that go up and down, telling you that she has natural. Like, she didn't overfill her lips, is what I'm trying to say.
Go back to the pic with the bun she had.
Oh,
is that her?
That? Yeah. That's given after I got the filler. The nose is different.
No, it's giving younger.
To me, it looks like a filter, but also it looked like her nose and her cheeks are different.
It could be the filter.
Her cheeks just look more slim.
Yeah, the nose definitely looks like she got some filler in her nose.
You know, they be getting filler in the jawline too now to try to square out their face
That
on the
might
side.
be, yeah, that look like
There
that
is round.
too. Yeah.
So that'll make their face look slimmer when they square out the jawline. I be seeing them TikTok videos.
I mean, she's a beautiful woman either way, but
Yes, she is.
yeah, no, that's not the same nose.
And she don't look too different. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, girl. Okay.
Okay, I lied. Her mouth is wide.
That nose is totally not this. Girl, you didn't chopped off all of the sides of your nose. That's what it is. Nose job and filler. Nose job and filler. Because the mouth looked like the mouth was always full. So it's definitely you chop the nose off, got a little filler in that jawline, boo bow pow. You got your housewives boot camp look off rip.
Mm-hmm. Then they get their teeth too damn big. The veneers be too big.
Yeah, video where she was talking about stop sending my man happy birthday messages.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like women that are that insecure. Like, bitch, you can't tell this nigga happy birthday. Like, really? Like, I'm just saying, y'all. Like, don't nobody really care like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. But to me, if you weren't about it like that, he probably cheated on you. Cause
that sounds like some dumb shit I say. I like to act like I'm crazy about whoever I'm with, even though I'm actually not.
I do too.
I feel like that's what she was trying to do.
We'll see. Cause it's very much given, my man as a badge of honor versus, ooh, I'm really all about my man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you just want to belong to some nigga. But that shirt he had on, that Versace shirt that he had on. Yeah, I don't know many niggas that don't do cocaine that wear shirts like that. So I don't know what's going on. And most niggas that wear shirts like that are on cocaine. I'm gonna just tell y'all, maybe not all the time, but on the weekends. Okay, on the weekends, there's a little bump and a good time. Okay, helps the dick stay hard. All of that.
And then they go back to running companies.
Okay.
On Monday.
Go back to getting that money. We're gonna see, but I feel like we already know we not gonna like Brittany Edie. I think we already know that. I actually like Kelly. This is the funny part to me. Portia being mad at Drew because Drew is fucking with Dennis or working with Dennis. What y'all think?
I could see Portia's point of view. Drew is whack as fuck for that. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I could see if Dennis actually did music, but you didn't even sound confident when you came to Kenya on some shit. You talking about apparently Dennis does music. Well, Drew Sidor, you've been supposedly doing music since we know you, since she was on the game. So why would you even opt to work with somebody who apparently does music? But in the same token, I'm like, yeah, I hope she is fucking Dennis, Portia, because of Simon.
Yeah. I feel like Drew is first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I think Drew is playing a role when she's on Real Housewives. I think that the role she's playing is Portia. Like, I'm playing a Portia-like person, except for I really have talent. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Drew is a really good actor and a really good singer. So I think that she comes on this reality show from the mindset of, I'm gonna embody what the reality show girl embodies. And I think that's what Portia embodies. So I definitely could see her doing it just to create like that adversarial relationship with Portia, because they was cool before. Also, I want to know what happened to her and Ty. Like, we see Ty is now with old girl, another reality star.
Ming Lee.
Ming Lee, yes, thank you. We see Ty is with Ming Lee. So I wonder what happened with her and Drew. That's interesting to me. Y'all know I said that, they got that clique of lesbians down there in Atlanta. I think
Ming Lee was auditioning for Real Housewives of Atlanta. She fit the face card of all the basketball
wives.
Oh, she was on Basketball Wives?
They're going to basketball. Yeah, that's where they'll be at.
Well, that makes sense.
Lives.
That makes sense. Ooh, a lesbian couple on Basketball Wives, bitch. I'm still not gonna watch it, but that's cute. Yeah, I just Oh yeah.
I don't see why Portia mad about that. Really, I feel like if anybody owe you something for real, unless I get further details to change my mind, I feel like Dennis the one that about owe you more than anything, because if you know that she's talking about her music in the show, and Dennis has been instrumental in helping her get her project up off the ground because Ralph wasn't, what part of that would make you think that she's not going to have him a part of her storyline? See, you ain't got Simon as your storyline,
But you
and
know
you
she
want to be able to
intentionally
use
chose him.
Dennis, but you can't finesse the storyline you trying to put forth with Dennis because you feel me with her, which could be why you mad, because she's interrupting your storyline. But I really do think that initially Portia thought they were smashing. I think that's the real thing that got Portia hot originally. Even though she says she doesn't care, now you don't. That's what you say.
I think she always trying to have some control over Dennis. I think the only reason she married Simon because Dennis wouldn't marry her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly why. We know that.
So to me, she's gonna always feel away. So somebody said Brittany Edie is in this video. There she go.
Yeah, she look about the same. Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Teen Mag. I'm sorry, Men's Magazine as a teen. Excuse me.
Yes. I mean, it makes sense. You just be a
I
cute
see
girl.
too Brittany with that though, because why are we hearing her in the confessional talking about something? Now I gotta talk to my mom about sucking dick. But ma'am, you said you was in men's magazines,
right? As a teenager.
teen. So your mama don't know about this? Okay, well, we're gonna see, Miss Brittany. We gonna see. I don't know if it's gonna be good for you, girl.
Okay. So Kelly's going through a divorce. Kelly's really successful. She has 24 karat gold pancake. She's a pancake. Okay. The hot, was it waffle? Is it waffles? Waffle lady.
Yeah, Nana's.
Yeah. I love that she has a successful business and that this will probably help her capitalize off of that. I like that she was keeping her foot on Portia's neck. Because I think Portia skating out on that last season would mean she wouldn't have to anybody about the shit. The only people that are back are, Cynthia and her friend Shamia. Like, I think she thought she was gonna skate and people weren't gonna bring up Simon, and then we were just gonna see her as a victim because of what Simon is doing. I don't even like that she's in the middle of the picture, to be honest.
Gotcha. Well, I understand them putting it out on social media for promo. You're talking about Portia, right? I understand them putting it out on social media for promo, but when they do the actual intro on the show,
she's not. Yeah,
Mia is. So I felt like that first scene of Portia was kind of giving, okay, let's give her this spot. But now that we got that out the way, let's get into some real things. That's what her
somebody with a real storyline. Yeah.
But out of the new piece, I will say I do like Kelly the most.
Me too.
Yeah, I like her. I don't know why people were saying they didn't like her.
Because she was going that Portia's neck.
Big dog.
I like it though. Topple that bitch. Knock her over. Okay, I'm fine with it. But yeah, no, Shamia absolutely needs to be in the middle. That works. Okay, Miss Money. Okay, that house was off the fucking chain. Do you hear me? HVAC versus hot dogs. Holla at them. I think it'll be an interesting season though, regardless of them entering with the low ratings. I just think it's gonna need time to pop off. As soon as clips start going viral, they'll be back up there.
For sure.
Girl, not they saying Carlos gave it 10s across the board. That's a bit much. Calm down. It wasn't a 10. Let's calm down.
It was good.
Yeah. All right,
It
y'all.
wasn't bad.
It wasn't. Anything else from Real Housewives?
I'm on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see how it all shapes out. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for another episode of the Ooh Ladies First. Okay, your favorite panel. Your favorite panel, bitch. Y'all ain't got no better panel than us. I said it. Okay, put me up against any one of your panels. We winning. Anyway, follow us all. Follow us all. We'll be on Necey's channel next week.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you know, I can't never remember, girl. All right. So thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. Like the video, subscribe to everybody, follow everybody, and we will see y'all next time. Peace out.